Yes, people. Welcome back to the Football Terrace. Champions League football is here. What an epic night we have in store for you. An hour and a half build-up. There's so much to discuss. There's so much to talk about in the build-up to the first group of games in the Champions League this season. Who's going to win? Who's going to flop? Top goal scorers? Who are going to be the surprise package? Of course, there's lots of other news circulating around football today. This new European Super League that Man United and indeed Liverpool are set to try and go off and create. So there's so much to discuss. There's so much to talk about. One of the big subjects as well we're going to take calls on from the beginning of the show is man-like. We've got to say this. Man-like Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Shaka. I can't say it right. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is what we're calling him now. Aaron, we've got to be doing this. But before we go any further, do me a favor. Hit the like button. We haven't actually had a live watch-along hit 1,000 likes while we've been live yet. I don't even know how that is plausible. All of you smash the like button for us right about now, please. Jamie here says, Terry, what's your score predictions? We will get to that later. This stream, we're going to cover both the PSG and the Chelsea game simultaneously at the same time for you. Going to keep you up to date with both. Okay? Kicking off at the same time, we'll be able to get that done. 0-0 currently in Dynamo Kiev versus Juve's game. I'm just sort of keeping a watchful eye on that one that's in front of me. Hello, Haunted Radio. Hope you're well, my friend. I hope you're good. Trent went to see if Aaron... Oh, God. Listen, let's just not bring Trent into this debate as well. Someone here says 3-1 to Paris Saint-Germain and 2-1 to Chelsea tonight. We will see. We're going to have some of the boys on with you a little bit later, but so much to talk about, as I say. I'm just excited. Me and KJ spoke earlier today, and I just felt like I want to phrase this right. Just feel ready. Just feel ready for the Premier League for the Premier League teams to now enter Europe again. I feel ready for this to start as a Manchester United fan. It's amazing. It's genuinely amazing in terms of what we're going to get to witness, what we're going to get to see tonight and over the next sort of 7 to 8 months. The Champions League is always a beautiful competition, and I think I'm more excited than usual because my team's back in it. And since 2013, I think we must have had at least 4 seasons out of it. And that's too many. I think LVG's first year, we must have been out of it because of where Moyes finished. Jose's first year, we were out of it. So at least 3 years out of it. Maybe 4. But that, that's too much for me as a Man United fan. So very, very excited indeed. Terry, why did I cite Mark Bosnich? Because Mark Bosnich was chatting hella rubbish, bruv. Hella rubbish. That's why. My friend Winnerpool here says, fun fact, Man United can't even qualify to the Euro Premier League. Well, that isn't true, but okay. Well done. How can Rance say that Bruno is not captain material? I don't know if he has said that. Has he? It's probably one of you trying to stir trouble in here. Simple as that. Jose here says 2-1 to Chelsea tonight. The Chelsea have got such a simplistic group. There is no excuse for Chelsea not to progress and to do something magnificent. No doubt at all. They have to be killing it. They have to be absolutely killing it. They really, really do. Get your super chat questions in as well, people. Questions, super chats. If you want us to talk about any subjects tonight, get it in when we start adding the guests on a little bit later. But I want your score predictions in. I want your thoughts on Bruno being the captain. I want to hear from Chelsea fans ahead of your game. It's been very quiet on the Chelsea front because I think your game's a lot smaller in the grand scheme of things. United, PSG, of course, taking precedent and the forefront of things this weekend. I want to know who you think's going to win the Champions League, who the dark horses are, who the flops are going to be, the players to look out for, the top goal scorers. I want all types of suggestions for conversations tonight. We're going to go through them in great detail. But I want to hear from you all. We're going to open the Skype lines very soon as well. But we're not going to open the Skype lines until we go past 300 likes. And as I've said, what's a really big push for us tonight is to get this stream past 1,000 likes while we are live. So we need you all right now. There's nearly 700 people already tuning in. Just all hit that like button and we're almost ready to go. Jamie here says Bayern will win it again. Listen, they might do. Defending it is so rare. I mean, what Real Madrid did, winning it 3 on the bounce, but also 4 times in like 5 years, is just ridiculous. Was it 4 times in 6 years? But whatever way, I mean, just crazy, crazy numbers. It's a rarity that these things happen in that way. A few people here saying Bayern Munich to win it again. Wow. A comment here from Morbid Angel. Says 6-1 tonight to Paris Saint-Germain. Let me ask that question first of all, actually, to viewers. Does anybody actually think Man United, does anybody think that United are going to get absolutely panned tonight? And I'm talking by a 3-goal margin or more. Does anybody actually think that's going to happen on a reels? Forget banter for a moment. On the reels, does anybody think that is legitimately going to happen? I am truly, truly intrigued to know whether anybody actually believes that. Seriously, if anybody thinks that, I want to know. A comment here through the turnstile says City will win it. And Pep will leave City. I mean, it'd be a tremendous way for Pep Guardiola to go. To win what he was bought in to win. Remember, if Pep leaves without winning the Champions League, he's flopped. He came in to take City to that next level, and he hasn't done that yet. European success is what was requested and what was required, and that hasn't happened right now. Look at all the yeses and nos. A few people thinking, loads of people saying yes. Wow. They expect United to get slap up. Umair says, Terry, love your shows. Watching in Pakistan. Thank you, my brother, for tuning in. Really do appreciate that all the way over there in Pakistan. Amazing. Also, let us know where you're all watching from tonight as well. It'd be nice to know how international the crowd is this evening for this. It really, really will be. We're going to open up the Skype lines now. We're just past the 200 like mark, which is amazing. Make sure you're all hitting it for us right now. I don't know why you wouldn't. You're here for a reason. So make sure you're smashing that button. I'm going to open up them Skype lines. We're going to get people on. Now we're going to have Jem on tonight. KJ will be on at some stage, I'm sure. Plus a few others as well. Just checking everything's working okay with this. There we go. Looks lovely. There we go. The 204 likes we're on right now. Come on, let's smash that past 1,000 people. Let's get this done right about now, eh? Let's get this done right about now. Please, people. Let's get it done right about now. Right about now. First up on the show, we're going to have Shrey. Shrey's with us. Shrey's a Man United fan, I believe. How excited are you for Paris Saint-Germain, Man United?
Yeah, Terry, actually I went a bit dead after the transfer window, but on a big European night like this, I'm back alive. But I think it will be a good game. I think we could nick it, to be fair. I think the center back area is an issue, but I think we could nick it. I think we have got good players, and I think it isn't impossible for us to win. I think there's a chance.
Of course, there's a chance, and this Paris Saint-Germain could beat Man United bad tonight. They're completely capable of doing that. PSG, when you've got Mbappe, Neymar, Angel Di Maria, these players are capable of absolutely slicing you to smithereens. But United can win. United can go there and win. Yes, we're missing Maguire, which is tough, and Bailly, which is tough. But they're also missing 7-8 of their sort of first team players and first squad players. So we have to try and capitalise on that as well. And I'm just really excited. I mean, how are you feeling ahead of the Champions League in itself starting again?
It is always exciting, especially when we are in it. I think if we get past this group, I think then it will be really impressive, and then I wouldn't count us out, because if we can get past this group, then I really think we can.
Yeah, no, I hear you on that. We've added Amir onto the line as well. Amir, Champions League night, Man United are back at it again, where we want to be. How excited are you ahead of the start of this campaign?
Oh man, finally it feels like we're back in the Champions League. Great to watch some big games again. I can't explain how excited I am, man. It's been a long time since we actually looked like having a decent Champions League run anyway. I'm a little bit concerned about tonight though, because obviously we hear Maguire's going to be out of the starting lineup due to injury, isn't he?
Yes.
So yeah, I'm not too confident at that because he looked like he was having a bit of a. Do you know when you've got a point to prove and you're playing them games with that chip on your shoulder, thinking, do you know what, I'm really going to go out and show everyone why I'm that £80 million signing. That's the kind of performance he was trying to put in against Newcastle, and he got his goal, made a bit of headlines, did well, and I think he was on that turn for momentum. So it would have been good if we could keep him there. A little bit worrying that he's not there. Personally, I would like to see Martial play up front just because Martial and Rashford, as opposed to playing Cavani today as well. Just because I think Cavani is going to be more needed in the league. Keep him on the bench, maybe bring him on with 20 minutes to go if we need, like, say, a goal in it or so, if it's like a 2-1 scoreline or something like that, or even a 1-0 to them, bring Cavani on. But to be honest, I'd rather see him make Premier League.
Mate, Cavani's not there.
Is he not there today?
Cavani hasn't travelled, so there's no option in terms of bringing him on. For that, my only reason in my preview, just where I said start Cavani, was to get him minutes ahead of the games for Chelsea and Arsenal, which he's going to have to play in my opinion. But I think Martial will now start this game after missing at the weekend. Rashford's going to go out onto the left-hand side. The big call is going to be whether or not to keep Dan James in from the start, or whether or not you're going to keep Juan Mata in from the start, working with Bruno, because Bruno's starting. We know that he's captain. Or whether it's, for me, in terms of what I wanted, was Donny van de Beek to come in for Mata, but play in that same role, in that same area, in and around the edge of the box, making runs into the box. Is a real intriguing one tonight. In terms of your personal score, in terms of your personal score predictions, what are you going with, mate?
I'm going to go for a 2-2. I'm a bit ambitious, 2-2. I reckon we'll get 2 away ones. But I was going to say, in terms of the starting lineup, I reckon it all depends on how he wants to play. Chances are he's going to go with a counter-attacking lineup, so I don't think we're going to try play on the ball too much. Taking that into consideration, I don't really see Mata playing, given the fact that he's had so many minutes as well recently. And same with Donny. I think he's a great player, but more in a possession-based game. If you want to play against a team where you want to hold the ball, I think Donny's going to be better utilised. Whereas if you're going to play in a counter-attacking, I reckon he's going to probably give Fred the nod. Maybe Fred on Tamane.
I hear that, mate. I hear that. Listen, Shrey and Maya, thank you very much for both coming on, having your say. Really do appreciate it. Thank you, gentlemen. Next up on the show, we've got Josh. Josh, welcome to the Football Terrace. What do you want to say, mate?
You want to hold the ball. I think Donny's going to be more.
Do me a favour, Josh. Turn down your device in the background for us, please, buddy.
All right.
Lovely. Yeah, what do you want to say, bro?
Wait, hang on. Let me just get my speaker on. It's going to work. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was just saying, I do think Man U are going to win tonight. I do think we'll win 3-1, maybe.
What makes you so confident?
Well, I think Rashford had a good game on the weekend. Obviously he got 1 goal and 2 assists. Was it? Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
And then Bruno played well as well, like he always does, really. So I think it'll be a decent win for us. And I'm very confident about this game tonight. So
I'm glad to hear somebody. I don't share your level of confidence personally. I think we've got a chance of winning. I think we have the chance of getting a result. It actually happening is a completely separate notion. Yes, you're right. Rashford and Bruno were astounding. And one thing I'd say about Bruno Fernandes, it's why I'm a bit gutted that Maguire's not here, and I'm glad that Aaron Bashaga is going to be here, because these players, it's almost their debuts at this level. I know that Bruno's had some games in the Champions League prior, but it's their chance to show at the very highest club level, the Champions League, that they can play and they can perform. And I'm so intrigued to see Aaron Wan-Bissaka tonight. Bruno Fernandes, if he can put in performances for Man United, tonight, like we've seen him do in league games in the last 6 or 7 months, there's always the opportunity of winning, because he's a match winner and he's a goal scorer and he can dominate the play. But it's definitely going to be tough, because there's such a good outfit. We're away in Paris, and when you've got Neymar, Di Maria, and Kylian Mbappe in your side, defensively, we are going to have to be at our absolute best. And with Bailly and Lindelof both missing, I can't imagine a team that doesn't include Tuanzebe, which is a big ask for him to return after nearly a year out. We're probably going to go 3 at the back with 2 wing-backs, meaning Luke Shaw's going to go into a defensive central area position. I don't know how that's going to work for us. I'm really nervous about that element of the game. But listen, they've got a lot of players out as well. So as much as we can be exploited by their attackers, we have to go into it with the same confidence to say, hang on a minute, they've got one recognised first-team defender playing. So we have to be confident that Martial and Rashford, Bruno, Pogba, these guys can go out there and open this team up as and when they need to. Palestri, will he be involved today? We're not too sure yet. But Josh, I appreciate your call, mate. Thank you very much for coming on. Next up, we have Isak on the show. Isak, welcome to the Football Terrace. What do you want to say, my friend? Isak?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you want to say?
Basically, I was gonna say about the United game today.
Yep.
I feel like United have a chance, but it's a slim chance. I don't think you guys are gonna win. I think you can get a draw at best, but
yeah, I mean, listen, I'd take a draw right now. If you offered me draws away at Leipzig and away at Paris Saint-Germain in the group stages, I would take that every single day. No messing about, and then beat Istanbul.
Maguire's not there, so it's gonna be a problem for you, man, defensively, because Neymar and Mbappe's got too much pace, and they're gonna expose Wan-Bissaka on the right.
They're gonna expose why Wan-Bissaka's gonna. Why is he good? Why do you think he's
Wan-Bissaka
the one to be exposed?
1-on-1 he's good, but they're gonna switch play. PSG, the way they build up, they have fast counter-attacking team, like a way of playing. So, and United, I don't think they will cope the whole 90 minutes. So you guys, I think Ole will just sit back and then counter. That's what he's gonna do.
Fair enough. I appreciate you coming on and having your say, mate. Thank you very, very much indeed. Do you know what I do find very interesting? Is rivals now telling us, oh, you've lost Maguire. You're going to struggle defensively. These are the same men that have been telling us for a year that Maguire's trash. If Maguire's trash, him being missing should make no difference, should it? I've seen like United fans that are Maguire haters annoyed that Maguire's missing. You can smell the agenda. Do you get what I mean? It's funny. LFC Sonny on the line with us now, Liverpool fan. How excited are you about the start of the Champions League? And give me your thoughts on tonight's games.
Yeah, in the United game, I think United fans, you should enjoy this because you'd much rather be in a position to lose against PSG than be in the Europa League.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I had an Arsenal fan message me earlier. I think I tweeted out a picture of the Man United kit with the Champions League emblem. I just said, like, I'm in love it. And he's like, well, come February, you'll be back in the Europa League. And I thought, yeah, maybe we will, but we're here right now. Where are you? Like, a goon are trying to banter me, because we might fall out of the Champions League when a man isn't even in it. Do you get what I mean? It's like bantering Stormzy and saying, ha, you broke up with Maya Jama. Bruv, but she didn't even look at your DM, bruv. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, yeah. It's not banter. Like, when you've been nowhere near a lady of that talent and class. So it's dead banter, Arsenal fans. You guys have got to keep quiet. Tottenham fans don't really want to hear any banter from you. Even if we lose tonight, you guys are not in a position to banter. You're not even anywhere near this level this season. So you guys have got to move on. But in terms of Man United's game tonight, do you think there's a chance of a victory tonight? Or do you think it's if there is one, is it very slim?
I wouldn't say slim. I'd say you definitely have a chance. PSG obviously the favourites. I'd say United, they've got good players. It's individual quality. If you use that individual quality, I think you have a good chance tonight.
Yes,
as a team in the midfield, I think you might get run off a little bit. Even if on paper, I haven't seen the lineups, but you might have a better midfield out tonight than PSG. But I still don't see that midfield playing them off the park.
I mean, that would be one of the biggest shocks for me if we were to actually dominate possession. In fact, if we have more than 45% possession tonight, I would be so surprised. And I mean that with like no disrespect intended. I would be genuinely surprised if Manchester United had more than 45% possession. So yes, if we do, then I'm more than happy. It's going to be an interesting. It's so intriguing tonight. Maybe we don't want possession. Maybe we want to try and counter attack against them. Maybe having the ball against Paris Saint-Germain is dangerous because if they catch you on the counter with who they have in their team, it's going to be good night nurse. So I'm intrigued. I'm excited. I've got no idea what's going to happen. What would your score prediction be personally?
Tonight I'd go PSG 3, Man United 1. I think that's because you're losing some defensive players tonight, aren't you?
Yes. I need to ask you about that. Everyone's saying that we're going to struggle defensively because Maguire's missing. But yeah, everyone's been telling me for a year that he's rubbish. So if he's rubbish, why would losing him make us worse at defending?
Because I think behind him, Maguire, I think it's because the expectations are so high with him. I think he's a good defender. You can't take away that. It's just it's the 80 million price tag on him that I think the expectations are just beyond the roof.
Yeah. Mate, I hear that completely. I do hear that completely. But we'll see. Listen, bro, I appreciate you coming on, having your say, mate. Thank you very, very much. As always, keep calling to the show, people. Get your super chats in as well, please. Smash the like button. We want to go past 1,000 likes on this. Game is just over an hour away. Team news very, very soon. I'm pretty sure it's going to be 5 at the back. Chelsea's team news is already out, actually. Chelsea's team news is here. Ooh, that's an interesting one. Juve have just taken the lead in their game. Team for Chelsea tonight, Mendy in goal, James, Zuma, Thiago Silva, Chilwell, Kante, Jorginho, Mount starts again, Havertz, Pulisic, Werner. On the bench, Giroud, Tammy, Ziyech, Odoi, Kovacic, Emerson, Aspi, Tamora, Christensen, Rudiger, Kepa and Willie, because obviously you can have 5 substitutions tonight, so there's much more available in relation to that. So big team out there, big team out there from Chelsea tonight. Man United's team tonight, interesting. Pretty much how I thought it was going to be. It's going to trigger some people though. Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Tuanzebe, Shaw, Telles starts, baby. Yes. Fred and McTominay, just as I predicted, holding that midfield with Fernandes, Rashford, Martial on the attack in the attacking elements. Is that enough players? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it is. Sorry, I can't count. Out there doing their box. Pogba isn't starting again. No Donny van der Beek in this starting lineup either. I know that is going to trigger a few people as well. But Man United's starting lineup is out as well. And certainly some shocks in that. Pav joins us on the line. What do you make of the starting lineup of Man United tonight, Pav?
Well, you're right about trigger some people. And that midfield kind of got me triggered. I wasn't expecting McTominay to play this game. I know, in the last time when we played PSG in the knockout stages, McTominay started that game and he had a decent game. But I don't know, because if you're playing a 5 at the back, I think you don't really need to have a defensive midfield as McTominay and Fred. I think he could have got away with playing Van der Beek or Pogba with Fred, because I don't believe Fred would push up as much anyway. He's more of a recoverer. But yeah, I don't understand McTominay playing today. And obviously, Maguire's injured, so I had a feeling Tuanzebe would be playing, and I hope he has a good game.
Yeah, the bench tonight for United: Henderson, Fosu-Mensah, Williams, Mata, Matic, Pogba, Van der Beek, James, Igalo, Palestri. Obviously, a big bench. You can make 5 substitutions in this game. Listen, I'm not the Pogba thing I expected. I had 2 differences from my team when I picked it. I went with 4 at the back, not the 5, so that's different. I'm not bothered about Paul Pogba being out of this team. Paul Pogba not playing isn't an issue, because we're not going to go out there to dominate the ball. I said it to the previous. We're not going to go out here tonight and dominate the ball and be the aggressor. We are going to stay compact, and we are going to try and hit on the counter. The players that are going to be on the counter attack are going to be Aaron, Telles, Bruno, Martial, Rashford. That's who we're going to use. You were going to need Fred and McTominay with the 5 centre-backs. They are going to be there to keep our solid banks of 5 and 3, but it'll become more like two banks of 4 in some respects. Very narrow to try and stop Paris Saint-Germain and then counter. I love Paul Pogba. He's an amazing football player. But when you're going to play pragmatically, and that's how you have to play, in my opinion, away against Paris Saint-Germain, you need your pragmatic players on the pitch. Paul Pogba, I don't even want to sound rude about, doesn't have the discipline for it. He's just not his skill set. So Paul Pogba for me is going to be an amazing addition to come on 65, 70 minutes when we're hopefully looking for a winner. That's where I want to see Paul Pogba come into his own. It's a long, long season ahead. But what an exciting team. I want to talk about some positives here. Alex Telles. Are you excited about seeing him tonight?
I am, because I was having a look at the PSG lineup, and their fullbacks, Florenzi and Kurzawa, they're kind of finished players. They haven't really got the pace anymore, especially Kurzawa. So I'm looking forward to Alex Telles running up down the wings, exposing, what's his name? Florenzi, and obviously Wan-Bissaka with Kurzawa. That's a really big positive to see that they're the fullbacks that they've got, and obviously what we've got. We have got some pace. They're not exactly slow players, Wan-Bissaka and Alex Telles. So I actually believe that Alex Telles will have a good game, and I want to see some crosses. I want to see him drive forward, and I want to see him take some shots, because he is a goal scorer as well. So
there's a comment here from Serge who says, Terry, how can you just sign a player and make him captain? That undermines those who have been there for ages and are still first-team starters. That can create a divide. Well, he's made Fernandes captain tonight. Will it create a divide? No, because it's clear that Bruno is a leader, an orchestrator, commanding, vocal player when he's on the football pitch. And I know people like to act like Ollie's stupid, but Ollie will see this in the dressing room. The way people have taken to Bruno Fernandes, the respect that he has amongst, with colleagues of his in the dressing room is huge. So I just wouldn't, if I was you, I wouldn't read too much into it. Him being captain is fine. And whether you've got the armband on or not, I expect you to go out there and perform. If any Man United player goes, I haven't got the armband, I'm going to sulk and not play well, they are the problem, not Ollie, not Bruno Fernandes. Simple as that for me.
the thing is that captain's armband's overrated. It's what you do without the armband as well. It's like you don't need the armband to have captain leadership attributes. You don't need it. It doesn't mean just because you have the armband, it's going to give you all these attributes like what a captain should do. You don't need it. That having the armband's so overrated nowadays. There's so many like other teams. There's so many leaders in the teams. Like they don't need the armband to show it. What you need to do as a leader, you don't need it. It's so overrated nowadays.
No, I understand. It's interesting as well because when like Rooney was given the armband, because he was given the armband for whatever reason he was given the armband. It was like, well, he's been here longer, but you know, it isn't just about how long you've been here. It's about who deserves it, who the best leader is. And now somebody that's new gets it. It's like, well, actually, it's about seniority. You're never going to get people to really agree on these things, I suppose. Going to put the team news up here. I was going to get the Twitter page of Man United and put it on the screen so you can all can see it. There is the Manchester United team. If you are, of course, interested, I'll get it up in big for you. It should load up in a second. No, that isn't what I wanted to do. I don't know why I went on to that. Let's get rid of that. There you can see it. 5 at the back, as many people thought yesterday it could be. As soon as we heard that Maguire was out, I think we kind of knew that would be the formation we go with. Super chat here from It's Quabs. It says Chelsea have added Petr Cech to their Premier League squad. What? Are you serious? That can't be true.
I think it's because of their goalkeeper situation.
Oh, okay, cool. For a second there, I was like, nah, that can't be true. Can you imagine if it was? That'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. It isn't true, but I would die. Imagine how you feel if you're Kepa, if you're bringing like a 72-year-old man out of retirement. Like, but there we go. That's the starting lineup for Manchester United. We'll get you Chelsea's up on the screen in a few moments, but that's the team as it stands. What's your score prediction tonight, bro?
I think it's. I don't think it's going to be a higher scoring game. So I'm going to say, because it's Man United, I'm just going to say it's 1-0 Man United, and I hope obviously we do get it, but I'll be happy with a draw as well. But 1-0,
Hang on.
Man
People
United.
are telling me it's true about Petr Cech. You serious?
It can't be, can it?
What is that? How? No. Where? What? I've got to search this now on. No way.
I just seen it on Twitter. It said Petr Cech on Chelsea's Premier League squad is not a mistake.
Oh, he is. Oh my God. Can you imagine how the goalies at Chelsea feel that? What? Oh my days, bruv. Can you imagine? Last time, I know he was a hockey player last time I heard. My God. That's amazing. That is amazing news. Imagine spending £200 million and you have to bring a 50, 60, 70-year-old man out of retirement. My word. My word. That's amazing.
Unless it's a mistake, but a lot of people are saying it.
No, I'm seeing a lot of people saying it as well. Like, I think it's true. I think it's legitimately true. It's just, I'm shocked by it. I really am. Pav, thank you very much, mate, for coming on the show. We'll speak to you again soon. Top man, thank you very much, buddy. Get your super chats in, people. Get your questions in as well. 50 minutes away from kickoff. We've seen the team news. Just waiting for the Football Terrace peeps now to show up, so we're all ready for the stream ahead. But I'm gonna get the Chelsea team up for you on the screen in just a second. I can't believe that man's back. Chelsea fans, you're bringing out an old age pension. Like, Chelsea fans can't banter Arsenal anymore about being retirement FC, bruv. I know Man United did it with, but he's old though, man. He's old. There's Chelsea's team. Let's click on that, actually. You can see it a little bit better. That's Chelsea's lineup, as you can see, for their game tonight. Just thought I'd bring that up in big for you. It's about as strong as you can get. Ziyech will be in that team soon enough. But Mason Mount, Mason Mount looks like the unshakable one, bruv. Mason Mount does look like the unshakable one. The unshakable one, indeed. Wow. Petr Cech is back. But it's not for the... It's for the Premier League, I've heard. Wow. Wow. All I can say is wow. That's it. That's the only words that I'm capable of thinking of right now is wow. 200 million spent plus. New goalkeeper. World record goalkeeper. You got Cech coming out of retirement. Brilliant. Chelsea fans, we want to hear from you. Call up now. If you want to call in via Skype, just search Football Terrace FC on the old Skype lines. Get yourself on. Get yourself involved. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just responding to a few people. What? It's just about Ollie now. So, Ollie's tested positive for COVID. Who's saying that? No. All right. Okay. There we go. I'm just reading a few of them comments, see what people are saying. Over 1,100 people tuning in. Over 400 likes as well, which is amazing. There we go. Yes, it is true about Petr Cech, which is amazing. Which is very, very true. So, we've already spoke about it. Who's going to win the Champions League? Who are the dark horses? I'm going to go to your live comments. Who, for you, are the dark horses in the Champions League this year? Who are the dark horses? And so write dark horses, write their name, and then I want you to write flop, who their name is. So who you think are going to be the biggest underachievers and who are going to be the biggest overachievers in terms of that, I want to know right now. We're going to go through some of what the journalists have said. So you've got Matt Barlow here, thinks that Bayern Munich are going to win it again. When he's asked the question of how far he thinks each of the English clubs are going to go, he thinks City will go the furthest because their strongest squad is strongest. He says Man United have the toughest draw in Leipzig and Paris Saint-Germain and might be destined for the Europa League. Chelsea's group has got the potential to be a tight squeeze. Expect Liverpool to progress to the knockout stages, although the loss of Van Dijk is damaging. That's what he thinks. He says, who are the underdog team to keep an eye on? He thinks it's Rennes. He thinks that's who they should be looking at in terms of that. He says, which big club could face group stage exit? He, of course, straight away names Manchester United, which we probably expected to see. Next up is Sami Mukbel, who thinks Paris Saint-Germain are going to win the Champions League. He thinks all the English clubs will get out of the group stages, but City will go the furthest and get to a semi. He says, which player is the most excited to watch? Haaland. Everyone's saying Haaland. I'm actually quite excited about Jude Bellingham this year. If I take it away from Man United, Jude Bellingham is a player I'm really interested in seeing how he copes at this level. He's also named Rennes to be an underdog. Of course, Eduardo Camavinga is a player that everybody's interested in as well. Daniel Matthews thinks Bayern are going to win it. He thinks that Man United are going out in the group stages. Lampard last 60. The common theme here is Man United are going out early, man. Everyone's saying the same thing. Mike Keegan, Man United may struggle to get past the group stages. That's what he says there. Which big club are going to exit? Man United. Adrian here. Which big club is going to exit in the group stages? Man United. Is what's being said there. Tom here. Who will win the Champions League? He thinks Paris Saint-Germain will. He has said him. Who else have people got saying here? Which big clubs are going to have group stage exits? He says Man United. Pete Jensen. Which big clubs are going out in the group stages? He says, keep an eye on Real Madrid. Maybe they will. Interestingly, he doesn't name Man United, which is interesting. Joe Bernstein here. Who's going to go the furthest out the English clubs? He says Liverpool and City. Man United out in the group stages is what he has said here. Let's do a few more of these. Yep, Man United. Craig Hope. Which big club is going to grow out in the group stages? Man United. So this article is getting saved, bruv. So what I'm saying here, remember this. Man United are expected by nearly every single journalist to go out at this stage. What do you all think? Let's go to some of your live comments. So Jeremy here says Juve to win and Chelsea to play in the Europa League in February. Daniel Sweetman, by the way, we're going to do super chats and member chats only in terms of reading out our members' pay. You can become a member from as little as 99p per month. That's all it costs you. So cheap. There are different levels from 99p right up to legendary status. You can click on the link to become a member right now in the description below. That would be amazing if you could. But Daniel Sweetman, one of our members, says people will legitimately change their tune if United and Chelsea win tonight. Of course they will. Andrew here, another member, says Mount with Lampard is the new Jorginho under Sarri. Terry, Ollie is not tested positive. It's from Simon, another member. No, I agree with you. Liverpool could struggle for depth and flop. Who knows? Top dog here says overachievers will be Atletico Madrid, underachievers Manchester City. Remember, Man United can't... They've even got the question wrong. If everybody expects us to flop, we can't be the biggest flop. It's impossible! But there we go. That's one newspaper that said that. Should we go on Google and put that in? Champions League predictions. Let's do Champions League predictions. Let's do this here. That's just weeks. I want like odds and who thinks they're going to go anywhere. If you guys have got a good link anywhere that kind of reviews the whole thing ahead, that'd be great. Oh, okay. Oh, here we go. BBC have done one. BBC have done one. We'll get the BBCs up. Do you want me to put it on the screen? I'll put the BBCs up on the screen because it won't be full of adverts like you get with the other newspapers. So let me do this right now. Smash the like button, people. Smash the like button, people. Let's get this up on the screen for you here. So, oh, hang on. There we go. Here's the BBCs. So we can go through the BBCs together and see what's being said here in relation to all this jazz, right? So we'll go into this here and we'll go down. Who will win the Champions League? Well, you can't. The voting's over on that, but you can see Bayern Munich leading the way. Liverpool second favourites. I mean, Man United have been voted 8% chance of winning it. I think that's because a lot of United fans are hijacked. That cannot in any way, shape, or form be true. Adam West, the Spanish football writer, he predicts what the Spanish clubs will do. Okay, this is nationwide. They're not really talking about. Let's go to. I want to see what the English people here are saying. McNulty, what are the prospects for the English side? So, Liverpool with their past record of success. City here. I can see Chelsea making it out of the group stages. That is relatively kind, but there is current form and conditions I do not see. There we go. I do not see. Oh, hang on. My picture is moving because I didn't freeze the frame. Let me do that for you. You see. Let me 1 sec, peeps. Let me do that and then lock this in place and then I can highlight. So we see this here. I do not see Manchester United getting anywhere near the knockout stages. See, no one's predicting us, man. No one's predicting it at all. Nobody is predicting that Manchester United are going to be anywhere near the knockout stages, which in some respects I like. I quite like the idea that nobody thinks we're going to make it. Nobody thinks we've got a chance. It means we're legitimate underdogs here, which is cool. I can take that on the chin. Can you? Can you? That's what I want to know. What you're thinking and feeling in relation to that. Let's do a few more comments here. What's being said? Daniel Sweetman says, get well soon, Gnabry. Hope Liverpool hold a Virgil van Vigil. What's happened to Gnabry? Gnabry tested positive. I see that there. Time Bandit there with the Bruno Fernandes emojis. Top man. Well done you for using them. Really appreciate that. Thank you. Sad news about Gnabry. Yes, wish him well. Fogo here says 10-0 tonight to PSG. Oh, wow. Terry really trying to set it up so that if Man United just get to the knockout rounds, it's a W. Well, Bill, if you don't think Man United are going to get to the knockout stages and we do, it is a W. Because it's an overachievement. And this is what I'd say. If Man United get past the group stages, it is legitimately an overachievement. Because nobody thinks we're going to make it. It can't be an underachievement if nobody thinks we're going to get there. See, the narrative don't work. The Maguire narrative. He's a rubbish defender. Or United are going to struggle with Maguire being out. Why if he's rubbish? See, that's the problem with your negativity. I put a tweet out asking for thoughts on the starting lineup. Let's see what people have had to say here. Thought it was that. What the hell does Van der Beek have to do to get in the starting lineup? I would have started Van der Beek. It seems like a plan, although Van der Beek alongside Fred and Bruno might have given us some better possibilities. Very defensive, bro. Pogba definitely should be starting. Or Donny. Very good lineup in my opinion. Benching Pogba and Donny is criminal. No Maguire, so United will win. Makes sense. Hopefully Telles will get a chance to support the front three. I hope so. That's what's being said there. Let's go and see what a few other people are saying out here. So just messaging a few people. I want to go and see what my guy Aaron's saying. I'm interested in what Aaron's saying. Of course, host of the... He goes, you can bench Pogba or Van der Beek. I'm fine with that. But you can't bench both, man. Ollie is making a mistake here, in my opinion. If we lead in the second half, this can be beneficial. However, if we're down and the subs are too late, this will backfire extremely. Yeah, I mean, it's a fair point that he's saying there. But it depends what happens. This is the thing. If the game plan goes right for Ollie, it's the right it's the right decision. Chad and Tyrone says, Terry, did you see Petr Cech is back? I have seen that, mate. I have seen that. CFC Gem says, bro, cool. Hang on. Maybe it's because I haven't got... Oh, hang on a minute. I'll tell you why it's not working on Skype. Because I closed Skype. Didn't mean to. I closed it. And because I closed it, nobody can get on. There we go. So when people call back, we'll get people on. We'll get people on the air. Winnerpool actually called. I'm so interested to speak to Winnerpool. I'm calling Winnerpool back because Winnerpool's an interesting one who's always here and always negative. So I want to see what's being said by Winnerpool. 110%. Don here says it's going to be 6-1 Paris Saint-Germain. Winnerpool, welcome to the Football Terrace. You're a Liverpool fan. What are you saying?
Hello?
Hello, Winnerpool. What do you want to say?
Hello?
Yep, speak up. We can hear you. Nah, he bottled it. He bottled it. Bottled. Proper bottled. Proper bottled it, bruv. Bottled it, bruv. There we go. Prime's in the house with us. Prime. First question I've got to ask you, Prime. Petr Cech is back. What's all that about, Prime? Petr Cech is back. Mate, we can't hear you at all. Try calling us back, mate. That'd be great if you could. Man like Jem is with us now. We're going to get Jem up on the screen. Should be working. 3 and a 2 and it normally loads in. Hang on, what's going on? Let me change this over. Let me add Jem in. There he is. Marhaba.
Melhaba.
Tisha Gule.
How are we doing, my friend?
Yeah, I'm good.
Shishakula.
I'm not sure I said it right, but there we go. I'm good, mate. How are you feeling ahead of your game tonight? I mean,
Can I just say quickly, this Petr Cech thing, what madness is that? And where does it leave Kepa? Like, that is seriously like it's madness. Like, we're having to bring in someone out of retirement to cover because obviously we haven't got keepers capable enough to be number 2.
bro,
In my eyes, if you look at it like that.
it's
I love it though.
mate.
I love it.
It is hilarious. Like you know, sometimes in life you try not to be overly like hyperbolic or exaggerate things or whatever, but mate, it's legitimately hilarious. Legitimately hilarious that he's back in your sort of squad as an emergency goalkeeper. Considering the money you spent and everything else, it's crazy.
I don't know what to say about it, honestly. For us to even think of doing that just tells me that we're really worried about that department. You know, if Mendy gets injured, who comes in next? Like, for me, if you're bringing Petr Cech in, it says as an emergency goalie, that's more for me like a second goalie than an emergency. Do you know what I mean? Like, to do that, why would you need to bring him in when you've got Caballero and Kepa? Why? There's no meaning behind it, is there? Like,
Exactly, bruv. Like, it tells you all you need to know. Like, you know when you got like people like Prime sort of trying to defend the sort of the Kepas of this world. It just tells you everything you need to know. And sometimes, just sometimes, these rumors that come out in the sort of press about players that managers don't want certain players, they want to sell certain individuals. Rare. A lot of the time, these things get kind of shut down, don't they? They're sort of shut down, and no, they're not real, they're not true. Rare. And you're kind of told that it's all fake, and you'll get. You probably would have had if there was a story coming out a week ago saying this was going to happen. Matt Laws would have turned it. No, he wouldn't do that. Sometimes you've got to believe these stories, man. Sometimes these stories are legitimate. They're real. They're happening. It's correct. It's mad. I'm actually. I feel like we're being lied to somewhere. Like Lampard's going to come out in a minute in an interview, but who the hell has done that? Like, maybe it's a clerical error. Does that make sense? Someone's typed it in by mistake. I mean, how old is he? He's about 45.
I swear he was playing hockey or something, wasn't he, as well? Something random like that. Yeah, he's like 40 odd. He's 40 odd. He's been playing hockey. He's coming out of retirement. Like, you just got to laugh, and you really. It's a funny story more than anything. But in terms of the lineup, I mean, from 1 to 11, it's pretty strong. I ain't really that surprised Mason Mount's playing, only because I think Ziyech is not fully match fit anyway. So that don't surprise me. Ideally, I'd like to have seen him play because I want to see all 4 of them up front playing together. But at the same time, I do understand it. I know there's a lot of haters out there for Mount, and I get it. Yes, he does not suit that position. However, we've got to bear in mind Ziyech has only just got back. So just take it on the chin for this game, and then hopefully against you guys on the weekend, we'll have a full. They'll all be playing without Mount.
Yeah, I mean that's the lineup there as we can see up on the screen. I'm not sure if you can see that or not. Hopefully you can. And yeah, as you say, it's an interesting one to say the least. The Mason Mount thing, I know it gets a lot of stick. I know a lot of people would rather see Ziyech come in and start. A lot of people want to see Hudson-Odoi given more of an opportunity, but at the end of the day, like he hasn't played badly. He's just not a natural winger, as an example. And you know, Werner's being used less and less in quotation marks out on the wide areas because that's not what he's doing. You don't want to see Kai Havertz in those wide areas. And I think once he gets his feet under the table, that's you're going to see Pulisic moved over to the left hand side, and then you will see Mason Man out. There we go. A few people actually saying that Petr Cech's actually 38. He's younger than Willie. So maybe that ain't too bad, but he has been retired a few years. Like, there's a thing when he hasn't been active, and that's the thing. Like,
he has been, Terry. Have you not seen him in training? He's been training with us for a while now.
Yeah, okay. I think the thing with it is there's training and then there's playing football matches. It's a bit like fighters. A lot of boxers can retire and still live in the gym. But if they don't get in that ring and fight properly for sort of 4 or 5 years, it can be hard. But we'll see. Like, if he ends up playing, if Mendy's... Is Mendy actually in goal? Oh, Mendy's back. Well, at least one thing is for sure. At least Mendy's back for the Man United game as well now.
Oh, yes, hallelujah. That made me so happy when I saw that. I swear down. Couldn't think of anything more. But what makes me even more happy is having Thiago Silva back in there as well. Who's he next to? Is it Zuma? Yeah, it's Zuma, isn't it? Yeah, Zuma. So, that and Chilwell, along with Mendy and James, that is a solid team. Like, we should be going out there and we should be dominating this game. I mean, look, Sevilla are good with the ball. We know that, but we should still be winning this game and, showing our class. So I'm expecting a big performance, especially after the Southampton game.
110%. You should be expected to go and do that. There's no doubt about that whatsoever. We're going to add O'Shea to the call with us now. O'Shea, you there, mate? O'Shea, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, but all good, bro. All good. What are you saying?
Yeah. Just to say, Petr Cech is 38. I just Googled it. He's 38 years old. He's not 40 yet. But yeah, bro, that lineup is actually peak, Like, I'm going to be honest with you, You put 5 at the back. Maguire isn't starting. Like, I understand he's been out of form. The England game was terrible. I get that. But he came back. Like, if anything, that Newcastle game, which is a tough game, man, to go to St. James's Park away, it was a very, very tough game. And he's done textbook bouncing back. When a club is or a player is out of form and they've got another match that's tough and you bounce back. He proved that the other day, and he's not in the lineup. You've got, is it Tunanza? Is that how you pronounce his name? Tunanzabi, or however you say it?
Tuanzebe.
Right, thank you. You've got Luke Shaw playing as a centre-back with Alex Telles. The issue with that is Telles is a attacking left-back. So he's not going to be really alongside that back line. He's going to be up the pitch. So essentially, you've got Luke Shaw at left-back, Tuanzebe, and Lindelof as well. Man, look, Terry, I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like Ole is trying to be cute. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to be cute, and he's trying to think he can outsmart PSG because they've got bad. PSG don't have very good squad depth, and then he's going to think he can put on Pogba and Van der Beek and Maguire or whatever halfway through the match, and it's not going to work.
It's counter football, bro. This is what Man United are actually good at. Right on the break. Yeah, they might be very defensive, but you got to bear in mind they're playing against 3 top quality strikers. You know what I mean? Neymar, Mbappe.
What I would say to what you've said there is, Ollie's job is to try and be clever. Like he has to.
Yeah.
Cameron's with us. I mean, Cameron's a Man United fan. What's your thoughts on the United starting lineup tonight? Of course, no Pogba, no Van der Beek. Mata not in the team after a very good game against Newcastle. I love your thoughts, mate.
So I think, you know me, I've been talking about us playing in these games or whatnot. I think he's just doing what's right in this situation. Like, there are times where you do absolutely have to think about counterattacking football. Like, we got to be careful with Mbappe and Neymar. And if we have an opportunity to get points here and then go into Chelsea and play our full squad, like I think he's really trying to balance what's happening in the next few weeks. Like we have a crazy schedule coming up. This PSG game, if you can go in and just get a point away from home in the Champions League against PSG, then do it. So I think that's what this lineup's trying to do. Hopefully we hit him on the counter. We got a lot of pace up front. I'm really excited to see Telles in this lineup, to be completely honest, because it'll give us a different dimension back there. No one's really seen what he can do too. So it like you said, his job is to be clever, and this cleverness might work out. It may not. I don't think he's being too cute. I think he's honestly just trying to manage his players and what's important. If I'm being honest.
Why not play Maguire and Pogba?
But Maguire's hurt.
Maguire's injured, bro. Maguire's injured.
Maguire's injured, bro.
He's injured.
I mean,
that's my mistake.
he's injured, bro.
Yeah. Maguire's
Yeah,
injured, so you can't play Maguire in this game. So you
Sorry,
have to.
I genuinely didn't know that because he played.
So we've seen Shaw play in the back three of a back five, and he's been good there. He's done the job. Like there's one thing I like to go at Shaw all the time, but he's done the job in a back three. So we'll see if that continues. Because if that doesn't work out again, like this lineup could turn out to be like us nicking a quick 1-0. I think it's going to be a 2-2 game again. But I personally think he might. We'll see. Like I can't say he got it right because I don't know yet. But I'm not upset. I'm not raging. Like I don't understand fans who don't, when we get depth, are upset that we use our team. It's like we get depth, and all of a sudden it's like, we shouldn't be using anybody else on the team. Just use your starting. It's like we've been using the same starting 11, and that was a problem. So now we're switching it up, and now people are saying, "Why are you switching it up?" Like it's insane.
It is insanity. It is insanity. As you say, we saw this when we saw this in the summer, when obviously the league and everything returned, and there was this kind of. You've just got to play the Avengers, as we were calling them. They have to play every single game, no matter what. Pogba, Bruno, Rashford, Martial. Ollie did that, and then he burnt them out, and then was called naive and stupid, and he shouldn't have played them all. And suddenly it was like, hang on a minute. So now he's stupid. Now he's naive. Now he shouldn't be doing these things. But a few weeks ago, fans don't know how to just keep their cool a little bit. That I would have preferred Van der Beek to have started in some kind of capacity.
Yeah.
However, things changed because when I did my preview yesterday morning, I didn't know at that point and at that moment that Van Dijk wasn't going to travel and that Cavani wasn't going to travel because I wanted us to go 4 at the back. I wanted Cavani to start so he could get minutes in his leg because he's got to play against Chelsea and Arsenal. So I'm thinking tonight and further down the line. And then on top of that, I was also thinking about the situation with Van der Beek. I'm thinking, okay, well, if we play at 4 at the back, you've got an extra man going forward. I was like, let's play Van der Beek instead of Mata. Him around the edge of the box, European experience, age on his side will be brilliant. And it simply hasn't happened how we wanted it to. But I'm not going to throw my toys out my pram because I said in my preview, I want Fred and McTominay. Why? Because we have got to play counter-attack football away against Paris Saint-Germain. That is my opinion. Pogba is not suited. And I don't even think you can get out of Van der Beek what you need in this instance. We need 2 tenacious, energetic players there to break up play and then feed the ball into Bruno, into Martial, into Rashford, into Telles, into Aaron Wan-Bissaka going forward. That's what's needed. And then if we're still in the game with 20 minutes to go, maybe 1 goal behind, maybe drawing, maybe even winning the game, then when you bring on the Pogbas and maybe the Van der Beeks, I think it gives you a whole different dimension. I really do.
And Terry,
I just feel like, look, the back five. When you put it like that, I understand the back five, and I honestly didn't know Maguire was injured, but I get the back five. That's fair enough. But to not play Van der Beek, I understand not playing Pogba, but to not play Van der Beek because you've only got essentially 2 strikers up front. To only have Bruno being the only player that's going to be feeding in balls to those 2 guys. That could cost you. Like I understand you've got Telles who's going to do that as well, but I just feel like you should have had Van der Beek in that squad to add to that. Go on.
And people forget that like Fred was our player of the season for half of the season last year. Like Fred can do a job in the midfield. He's a good pivot player. He's not necessarily just a destroying CDM. That's not really his game. He's an interesting kind of box to box player who can thread a pass. He just can't take shots. Like I never want to see that man shoot on goal ever again, but he can thread a pass. He can do the job of giving us that tenacious, that energy. He can do a job in there. Like he's shown for us before.
Also,
he's a 50 million pound like midfielder that people
I think as
all
well, right?
come at us for.
I think what's interesting as well in this is United. I'm actually watching footage here of United against Tottenham against Paris Saint-Germain. And our line, when Tottenham are playing, it starts maybe 10 to 15 yards behind the halfway line in our own half. I get a feeling tonight we're going to be no higher than the halfway mark between our goal line and the halfway line. That will be about as high as we go. Because you've got two of the fastest, trickiest, quickest, deadliest players in the world against you. And we also, hopefully Ollie's realised, when we play too high with this team, we get caught out. Now, we've got one additional advantage tonight, is we actually have Axel Tuan to be there. Now, defensively, not as good as Maguire is now, but he does have very good speed and very good pace. So if someone does get in behind, he will be able to catch them. Like Mbappe, if he's clear, no, because Mbappe is ridiculously quick. So we've got a little bit of that. But we are going to sit deep tonight. We're going to be compact. We're going to have those two midfielders in front. As we've said, tenacious, energetic. They're going to win the balls back. And then the only player I worry about on the counter for us tonight, it's his final ball. And that's Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Because I think with him, and that's his name now, it's sticking. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Because Geezer is a shagger, mate. What a shagger he is as well.
Terry, the problem you may find, is, look, United have always been good at sitting in deep and not necessarily parking the bus, but sitting in deep and playing counter-attacking football. United have always been good at that. But the problem that you may find tonight is if you do that and your counter-attack football isn't good and Ole finds himself changing the tactics to where United are literally just sitting back like a lower table team, how long is it going to be until Neymar and Mbappe break down that defense?
But mate, everything you're saying is right. And this is like any counter. Yeah. I remember when Jose was our manager and we went away to Liverpool and there was just this, I think the game ended a draw and there was fury from both sets of fans. Jose killed the game. He was too negative. And I watched it back and I defended Jose along the lines of, we tried on multiple occasions to counter-attack, but every time we did, players' first touches were bad. Lukaku was awful that day. Rashford was awful that day. What happens when you play counter-attack football is when you look to break on the counter, it has to be almost perfect. Those 4 or 5 passes maximum to get you into the other team's box have to come off. If you end up in a situation where Fred wins the ball in the middle, 30 minutes in, 0-0. Fred wins the ball on the 18-yard line, and he feeds a pass out to Bruno. Bruno feeds a lovely pass out on the outside to Telles, who's running down the wing. And then Telles goes to put a through ball in where Martial's free. And the through ball, he scuffs it, and it flies over Martial's head and nearly knocks out a steward on the other side of the pitch. If we do that all night, that for me, that isn't the tactics not working. That's players not executing at those moments. However, if we don't even have an opportunity to counter, as an example, we can't even win the ball back from them, then you get into the realms of, well, did he not change it? Does that make sense? Like, then I'll look at it and go, well, we're 30, 40 minutes in, and we haven't landed a glove on them playing counter-attack football. Maybe we do need to look at Van der Beek and Pogba because they can hold on to the ball better than Fred and Scott and do that. Now, that's where I'd criticise Ollie. If the counter, but if we've had 3 or 4 counters in the first half and we've come really close to scoring and the score's level or very close, then I'm going to say, keep it as it is for now because it is working. Yeah. And I just think for me, I try not to overanalyze a starting lineup, a team, or anything until I see them playing. And you could be so right, O'Shea, in the end ago. It was a big mistake to play pragmatically against PSG. But you know what? If we went out tonight with Pogba and Van der Beek and we opened up and we got beat 4-0, nobody would say, well done for being brave, Ollie. They'd say, you're an idiot. You should have been pragmatic. You know, the hindsight's so lucrative in these situations. It really is. We've got a super chat here from Zane, who says, Neymar hat-trick, wait for Arsenal next season. Bruv, yes, in a year's time. In a year's time, did you really think, Zane, Arsenal are going to be in the Champions League in a year's time? Come on, bro.
You know what I'm
No, bro.
You know what I'm worried about? United lost. You remember when United lost 6-1 to Tottenham, and then I was gassed, and then Liverpool went and lost 7-2, and then the other week, last weekend, Liverpool drew 2-2 with Everton, and you man smashed Newcastle. Anyhow, you man win tonight and we lose to Ajax, I'm done. I'm not coming on ever again. I'm done. I'm never going to hear from me again.
But, mate, do you know what's interesting, though? What I will say, I'm going to go to Cameron just after this. I'm going to actually got a super chat first. I want to respect the super chats. He says, ideally, this is from Blue_FT216, a Chelsea fan. He says, ideally, we want to see Ziyech in the lineup. I just don't get his mindset on why he's starting Mount. Hopefully Lampard will deliver on his promise, which I think is a fair point. What I will say about this is I've just gone through what the BBC have said, the Daily Mail. I was looking on ESPN today. I haven't come across one. Actually, there's one journalist I've come across on the Mail. I've never heard of him, though. But not one prominent journalist has said Man United are getting out of the group stages. Us getting a point tonight is a good result. Us winning tonight is sensational, because winning tonight suddenly changes the whole concept. Tonight's our hardest game of the whole group stages. It's the hardest game of the whole group. And if we can pick up even a point tonight, I walk away happy. And this is where football fans have got to stop being so reactionary, based on the performance and the result. But in Champions League for the last 20, 30 years, no matter if you're Liverpool 2 years ago when you were at your peak in Europe, when you went away to Paris Saint-Germain, did you get a point or did you lose?
I think we lost.
I think
you got a point.
You lost. You went on to win the tournament. When you go away to these big teams, I mean, you guys went away to Barcelona in a semi-final and lost 3-0. I know it's two-legged football, but group stages are double-legged as well. Just because we lose tonight, if we lose tonight 2-1, what they would try and paint it as is, see, told you I ain't getting out of the group. It's like, bruv, what are you talking about? It doesn't work that way. We need to sort of slow down a little bit with this kind of hyperbolic reaction, especially to the first game. However, most of the predictions I've seen, we're going to get battered tonight, play off the park tonight, do nothing tonight, rare. Let's see what we do. And if we do win, everyone will change their tune.
It gets harder. As the group stage goes on, it does get hard. And I think it's going to be more difficult for United this season with the group stage, because obviously with the first matches, for me, I look at it, you may disagree with me, but for me, I look at it as the first match against PSG is the easier one for Ole, because neither team really know what to expect, so you can just kind of go out there and whatever. Now PSG are going to analyze United. United aren't going to be able to do the same thing in the second match against PSG. They're not going to. It's not going to work.
Hang on, though, mate. Hang on. Go on. Why can't we analyze them? I mean, there's no rule that says we can't analyse their game. You
can analyse them. You can analyse them. But what my train of thought is this, yeah? So Ole plays has the squad back, the team back, right? Quite deep. And obviously neither team really know what to expect from one another. You may nullify PSG's attack and you may lose 2-1 or get a draw out of this, right? But the PSG are that good and United have been that poor this season that I just think when they manage to analyze you, when they've analyzed you, it will be over for you, man. Like the second match, I see walking.
Cameron, go on, Cameron.
I need to address some of this because I've been trying to. So what I completely agree with what when you said if they sit back and we could get found out or they could break us down. At the end of the day, like what Terry just said is what the truth is. We're going in there for a result. If we sit back and we play negative football and we draw, I'm sorry, I will not be upset. I'm not going to be one of those fans who are like, but we did it by parking the bus. When you're saying they can analyze us and come back and destroy us in the second game, we're not even playing like Van de Beek, Mata, Pogba, like Cavani. Like we're not playing a bunch of our players. Like we're playing a completely different lineup than what they could see the second time around. So the same way, like you could say they can analyze us, we can completely flip the script the next game. Like. So if we it's not, and to say like we couldn't analyze them is also kind of crazy. It's not like one manager just has the ability to analyze a team. You could say that for any game. You could say that for any two-legged game.
The other thing with Man United is they're not a stranger to playing this football. If you look at how they played last season, and I go back to the Chelsea games when you beat us 3 of the times, you pretty much didn't have none of the possession, and a lot of the time you sat deep. Against
Manchester City, same deal.
And it worked.
City. It worked against City.
So, of course, United can analyse PSG. Of course, it's a two-way thing. But my question is this: is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, or has Ole Gunnar Solskjaer done this enough times? Would you say he's good enough as a tactician to analyse PSG and then beat them?
He's done it.
He actually beat them.
Every top 6 team.
He's done it against the top 6, bro.
He's done it against Paris Saint-Germain.
He beat Paris Saint-Germain. Like, this is crazy. Like, people forget. Like, last year, our problems were against the lower teams. We did a madness against the top 6.
Well, you beat PSG.
So, look, what I would say is this, right? Like, honestly, what I would say is this. I remember what you're saying, O'Shea. Listen, Paris Saint-Germain could beat us tonight. Of course they can. They could beat us bad tonight. No Man United fan is unaware of that. When Oli beat Pep in December in the league, counter-attack, he then got rinsed. Again, the overreaction when in the first leg of the League Cup game last season, he tried playing counter-attack again, but City broke us down. and they went a couple of goals up early, and it took us until the second half to get a goal back. And this was the narrative after that game. Ollie's naive, stupid, and dumb. He tried the same tactic against Pep twice and got beat up. Ollie then played the same tactic against Pep 2 more times that season and beat him on both occasions. So to say Ollie doesn't know how to assess a team, I just think that's when we get into the realms of an overreaction. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, is he ever going to be at Pep, Klopp, Ancelotti's level? Probably not. But this notion that he has no idea what he's doing, I never said he had no idea. I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you. O'Shea, it's not a thing on you. This is what I'm seeing from a lot of people. You know, I turned around yesterday and put out that no style, no play, no pattern tweet again. It's done, I don't know, 9,000 retweets or some nonsense. And the amount of comments going, that isn't a pattern of play, that's a counter-attack, they're not the same thing. I then have to be honest. A lot of people go, you don't even know. Someone's guy said, you don't even know what a pattern of play is, Terry. All this shows is that we have good movement. I then sat back and was like, do you know what? I've never actually researched what a pattern of play is. I assume I know what it means. So I went onto 2 or 3 different coaching websites and watched videos of them describing it. And do you know what they kept on repeating again and again and again? It's all about movement and being in the right zones at the right times on the pitch. And I'm like, so the people that say it's not about movement, I'm like, it's all about movement then. All patterns of play is that you know, and what this coach said, and it made so much sense. He was like, if we come in at half time and I say to my team, when we're defending, we have too few, we don't have enough bodies in zone 3, they will intrinsically know where on the field I mean. If I shout to them, we need more people in zone 4 during counter-attacks, they know that somebody needs to run into that area to be available for a pass. That's exactly what a pattern of play is. And I watched 3 different videos by 3 different coaching sites, very high level. Like each video's got like 500,000 views and millions of subscribers across their platforms. And they've all pretty much said the same thing. Of course, the passing's important, but it's about movement and being in the right shapes at the right time. So even when we counter-attack and do well, people try and say that's not a pattern of play. And my point I'm making is Ollie isn't at the elite level. He can't dine at the table with the elite European managers. He simply can't. No. To say he has, the way people make out like he has no idea what he's looking at. Like 2 years ago, he was a carpenter, right, who used to have a part-time managerial job at Clark's shoe shop for 10 years, and he's now been given the managerial job at Man United. This narrative, that's how they make it sound. Like Ollie knows nothing about football. It's weird. It's weird to think that.
Because the craziest part about it is when people talk about how has he improved any players or whatnot? Has he made an impact on the team? And then you look at our front line, and I'll never forget the quote from Ollie: "We do not need to replace Lukaku." He said it 100 times, like, I don't need a replacement for Romelu Lukaku. And he proved it. He improved every single one of his attacking players to the point where you didn't need a replacement for, like, and people think that that's not him. He had nothing to do with it. It's insane, the notion of like the Ollie out. Like I'm neither or. I'm back the gaffer. That's how I am. Whoever comes in, who's ever there, that's who I back. Except for when Jose got super toxic. But at the end of the day, like with Ollie, we've seen what he can do, and we know what he can't do. Yeah. Now it comes down to our players showing us something that we may not be likely to see. Like if we were to go on and do something crazy like win the Champions League, I'm sorry, I wouldn't put that on Ollie. I'd be like, yo, guys must have balled out, because I don't know if Ollie is at that table yet. I have not seen him do anything that would even remotely give me the idea that he's that good of a manager. I'll never say that.
Where Ollie isn't good enough, and I will take this criticism, is when people have said in the comments to my tweets about the play, we don't do it consistently enough. And I'm like, that's cool, but that isn't what my tweets and my points ever are. I never say he's at that level. I never say he's consistent enough. I don't like the overreaction and the lie that there's no style, no training, no tactics, no play, and it's all about freestyle, because the players themselves, and this is where I want, and I'm calling out Martial and Paul Pogba here. If I could sit in a room with this Man United squad, I'd be like, listen, boys, the reason I'm going to you two is because I think Paul Pogba and Martial are 2 of the most influential Man United players on social media, from the point of view that I would say 95% of the Ollie out brigade are complete.
Martial FC.
They're Martial FC, they're Pogba FC, they're complete advocates of those players.
True.
I would love to have a conversation with them and say, do you believe what they say? Do you hear what these people that love you, that buy into, do you hear what they say about your manager? I'd love to be, if I had the ability to speak to them and say, can you guys please, when it's relevant, shut this talk down? Or confirm it's true. Either way, I'm actually comfortable. I don't want you to lie. But can you just shut it down? Because I would love to see the look on certain United fans' faces when their favourite player, Paul Pogba, comes out and says, some of the training sessions we do are X, Y, and Z. They're like, just to shut it down and be like, no, do you get where I'm coming from? Like Bruno shut down the rumor last week that they'd fallen out. Because it's almost like, because when like someone outside of their favourite group does it, it's very easy to go, oh, it's PR, they're this, they're that, they're a puppet or whatever. I mean, wouldn't it be funny if Paul Pogba come out and said the Glazers are amazing? Because who would they? Because they call Ollie a puppet for doing that. I'd love to just. Sometimes I'm like, I'd love to see.
I think Martial did it last year. I think he came out a few times and said, like, I'm happy the Gaffer has trust in me. Like, he showed me, he gave me the number 9. So I think Martial kind of has, but Martial doesn't talk a lot to the media. Is something I've noticed. Like, he stays kind of far away from it, especially after all this,
it was very sensible not to talk to the mainstream media. Like, it's very, very sensible to not do that.
But I would have a conversation with those two for a different reason. And I've said this when I was speaking to Danny and KJ the other day and Neeks on one of their podcasts. It was Martial and Pogba to me are two of our most talented players, like just based on talent, like what they can do on the pitch. But they're also the two most inconsistent in the sense of when they're not good. And that affects the team the most to me and that's like one of the things where I hope we can see consistency from those two mainly this year, because I think it'll change everything. Like I truly believe the games that we bottle and lose half the time are games where you see like a 2 from a Pogba or like Martial disappears. Whereas the rest of our team, we seem to have now, because Ollie has got rid of a lot of those guys, like a Rashford, that guy runs all game. It doesn't matter if he's having a bad game or a good game. Bruno will never not play because we just see how he puts in effort. So it's like, to me, the Pogba and Martial conversation, like, I get what you're saying, shut down the media. I want them to just do it on the pitch. Just be consistent you can't have people come at you anymore.
I think what's interesting is, how do I put this? Football fans, I know we say, there's another bit of hypocrisy that I saw. When Martial was sent off, there was such a big lie that was spread that Harry Maguire didn't get involved and question the referee. Do you remember? Because there's a picture of the red card being given, and Maguire was nowhere near it. And it was like, how dare our manager have no passion, not fight for the team, not fight for his players. They lied, because if you actually watch the video footage, as soon as that card was put up, Maguire was straight over there and talking to the referee. He walked around, he followed the referee around. So it's a complete lie. It was a manipulation of people. But the same people that tend to, in quotations, hate passion merchants were suddenly angry that we didn't have a player showing passion. And everybody wants passion when someone they dislike lacks it. Oh, we need more passion from you. The one thing I would say about the Pogbas and the Martials, and it is how they come across, is sometimes they don't look like they're working as hard as a Bruno, as a Rashford, as an Eric Bailly. Like Eric Bailly, Fred, you can see the work rate in them at times. And this is because I don't think they're bad players. This is because they're not. By the way, Eric Cantona and Dimitar Berbatov were the same, and we love them. But they played in an era where we were brilliant. And I think when your team's going through a transition period, when your team's down in the dumps, depending on the standard that you play at, you often get more frustrated with players that don't appear to be working as hard. And you can't help yourself, because you sort of feel like that. At least I want to see you run around. When we're losing 2-0 and I see you lose the ball and you just throw your arms in the air and you jog back, it will wind people up. And this is where Man United need to get better, because it's why, like a game like tonight, I'm happy for Pogba not to start. Not because I don't love the guy and think he's amazing, but we don't need a Paul Pogba sounds like such a weird comment to make. With all the options we've got in midfield, I think we need two tenacious players that have it. It's like naturally built in them to play that way.
Hard workers.
Yeah. Where you need that over a flair player. I really do think you do. And do you know what? If in 2 years' time Pogba's still here and we've grown from that and we're a better footballing team than Paris Saint-Germain, then you start Paul Pogba in this game every single time. I just think we saw Fergie do this for years, where even when we were at peak of our powers, whenever we went away to Arsenal, when Arsenal were the best football team in the country, one of the best in Europe, we played pragmatically. The amount of times you'd be like, why has he put Rooney out on the left and why is Scholes out the team and we put Park Ji-sung in the middle to chase someone all game? Well, why? Because that's what we had to do today to beat you. That's what's needed in today's game to get the result. But no one ever really questioned it. And I think that I'm not putting Ollie on his level, but I just sometimes sit there and feel like we need to wait to see the proof in the pudding. Everyone, including me, kicked off on Saturday against Newcastle when we made our decisions to play who we did. And it was the best, not just the best performance of the season, it was one of the best games I've seen us having. If you look at the last 5 or 6 performances of last year, it's the best we played. Now, Paris Saint-Germain are a different kettle of fish. I'm not denying that. I'm not stupid enough to deny it. But let's just wait and see. Teams are now coming out into the team. O'Shea, what's your score prediction for both games tonight, bro?
I think PSG will win 3-1. I think you'll get a goal, but I think it'll be 3-1. And I can't predict the second match. Chelsea plays tonight, right? I don't know.
You just say it, bro.
Cam, what you saying?
I'm gonna be consistent. 2-2, PSG United, and then Chelsea Sevilla. Jam, I hate to say it, I think it's gonna be 2-1
To who? Seville?
to Seville.
To Seville. Jem, what's your predictions, mate?
I'm gonna go with United 1-0.
Woo.
I think it's going to be tight. I think they're going to shut them out, and I think they're going to hit them on the counter. And it wouldn't surprise me whatsoever if they do that. In terms of Chelsea, I think we're going to win 3-1.
Interesting. So I did my predictions on the app, the Flick app, and you can download Flick right now. Follow the Football Terrace community. I meant to go 2-2 in the Man United game, but I accidentally clicked on 3 goals for Man United, so I went with 3-2 on that. So I'm going to stick with it. Chelsea, I've put 3-0. I think Chelsea will win and win comfortably tonight. Sevilla are a good team. It would be. I would love to see you get battered by him though, because when we got beat by them in the Europa League, everyone laughed at us. I'd love you to lose like 3-0 and be like, "See, they're not easy, are they, mate?"
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Oh, it's the first time I've seen us playing our zebra kit as well. You know,
Terry,
ugly.
Terry, I just had a question for you. Yeah, I just had a question for you. Something just popped into my mind. You remember a few weeks ago when I said to you about because there's no fans, whoever wins the league this season is going to be considered the best of all time, and we had a long debate. Yeah, so now Van Dijk is injured for the whole season, our best player. Yeah, if we retain our title this season, you man have to start calling us the best season. This is the best season or the best team, because that's never happened. I've never seen in my lifetime
but I didn't
a team
agree to
lose
that.
their best player and go on to win the league.
But I didn't agree to that.
Obviously, you did. I'm asking you.
Oh, sure. You make it sound like you ain't got Mane or Salah as well. It does my head in. Like, yeah, Virgil van Dijk's important, but you've still got some good players, mate.
Jem, there is a difference because with Van Dijk as our defender, like I've said it, and you can ask people that we both like, people from the terrace, and I've said this before. You take Van Dijk out of Liverpool's team, we don't win the Champions League 18-19, we don't win the league last season, and we probably finished 4th or 3rd in the league or somewhere. Van Dijk is that important. Sometimes it's not about on paper who's better. On paper, Salah's better than Van Dijk, of course. So is Mane, but it's not about that. It's about what they players bring much more than just who's good on paper. Sometimes it's about their leadership, how they make the other players around them better, their presence. And Van Dijk, his presence is so big at Liverpool. Like we can go a game without Salah or without Mane. Look what we did in the Champions League semi-final last season.
Guys,
we didn't have
Firmino or
Salah.
Guys, we'll come onto this debate in the reaction show. Game's about to begin. I'm going to ask a little favour here, actually, of Jem. I'm going to come to you, Jem, for updates on the Chelsea game. So react when things are happening, but then equally when I'll keep coming to you, how you're playing, what you're doing, etc. I'm going to cover the Man United game. It's easier if we do one by one. But O'Shea and Cam, you're more than welcome to stand the line as well, boys. If you want to, kick off is a few moments away now.
I'm gonna have to pop off because I think you guys are ahead of me.
Okay, cool.
And I don't want to get any goals. But I'll be back.
I don't blame you, my brother. Listen, mate, speak to you soon.
I'm gonna have to jump off, Terry.
All right, boys.
We'll chat soon.
Thanks for having me on.
No worries at all. We'll chat after the game, mate. We'll chat after the game. Top man. Top man.
Later.
Cheers, bro. Thank you very, very much. But let's go, people. Here we have
Let's
it.
do it.
Mate, I'm fucking buzzing, bruv. I'm
buzzing
buzzing
as well. I'm excited for this one tonight. Big time.
Same. I'm excited. Let's go, baby.
I'm a little
Champions
bit annoyed,
League.
I can't watch the Man United game because for me that is the biggest game of the night.
Well, that's
Man United and PSG.
That's the one thing that I dislike about the way Champions League's gone is that the group stage is now everything's so congested that you can't see the games. And in the knockout stages, they spread it longer, so you can actually see all the games. But it's frustrating.
Yeah.
But it is frustrating. I'd love to be able to watch your game as well. Plus, there's so many good games this week now. But here we go.
Yeah.
United's game is about to kick off. Whoa.
Where are you watching it on, Terry?
BT.
Yeah, same. You kicked off now?
We're about to kick off now. Just kicked off.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Here we
Right,
go.
We haven't kicked off yet. Come on, boys.
Jeez. Here we go.
Oh, we're doing the knee at the moment. We haven't even kicked the ball yet. Let me know.
There we go. Got the clock for you people as well tuning in. So happy days.
Right, we just kicked the ball now. So we're a little bit behind you. Let's go.
A little bit behind. Well, in fairness, the games often don't kick off at the same time. But because we're watching different games, actually not a problem. When we all watch the same game or on different times, it's frustrating because like you'll have a moment where you want to react, and then it's like, but Terry's about to win. He galled the other day. He was so far behind. He was about a minute. I felt a bit sorry for him in it.
Ooh.
There we go.
All good in the hood.
Such a big night tonight for Tuanzebe as well because he's just, imagine
I've never,
you never seen him play.
No, I've never watched him actually play. To be fair, I don't know how good the guy is. I'd like to see that.
And then he got an injury.
Oh,
he's been out for like a year nearly. So it's his first game in a long time away against Paris Saint-Germain. Nice,
Ooh.
Bruno. Nice, Bruno.
I really expect Bruno to step up today. Like he needs to. Like this is a big team on a big stage. This is his time for me.
Yeah, I hear that completely. I expect a good, I expect a minimum 7 out of 10 from Bruno Fernandes tonight. That's what I come to expect of a top class player like him. Comment here says, Super Chat says, Terry, what's your thoughts on Wan-Bissaka? Quality player. I don't care about the stuff in his personal life one little bit. It's his personal life. I have no interest in that at all. I really have none. I couldn't
Agreed.
I couldn't care less about what he's done. So there we go. But yeah, I'm looking for something big from him tonight. Good ball down the line there. Rashford.
I think if you're going to get a result, he needs to have a big game.
Yeah, I agree. I
game.
agree. But it's just such an interesting feel listening to it because there's the difference in noise. When we last played there at the Parc de Paris, the noise, the atmosphere, because there's no it's just so different tonight with there being no fans.
Definitely, and it's a shame really. I just can't wait for it to go back to normal, man. There's nothing like fans being able to go to a game of football.
Especially with some of the results. I mean, you look at Tottenham. I mean, imagine how West Ham fans. It isn't even West Ham fans that go to games that miss that. It's a lovely little, nice Martial.
Do you think it affects for example, the Tottenham game, 3-0 up, 3-0? Do you think it affects the whole sort of the team's performances, not having the fans there? Do you think they would have lost that game?
110%. I think if the fans were there, I think what would have happened is you would have seen you would
Sevilla just nearly scored. Oh, blimey hell.
Really?
It's offside. Yeah.
I think if the fans were there when it went, I think the fans would have got them over the line. But it's hard when there's no fans. Paris Saint-Germain have got a bit of space here. Oh, what a tackle by AWB. I mean, he's the only player when he goes in for a slide tackle in the box, and I don't feel any nerves. I mean, anybody else went down to ground like that, I'd be worried. But that was on, I think that was Kasawa that he tackled there. I don't even know who that guy is. I'm one of these.
I mean,
go on, mate.
The one thing I've noticed early, I mean, we're only 3 minutes in, I know it's still early, but is that Seville ain't giving us time on the ball. I mean, we like playing out from the back, and they really got us pinned in at the moment, and it's very congested.
When we played Sevilla, what I noticed is they press at the right times and sit back at the right times. They've got this. They've almost got this perfect balance of knowing when to press, when not to. They're really good at it. And then they'll put you under pressure, and then suddenly they let you have loads of the ball, and you think, great, and then they bang you on a counter attack.
Yeah.
Paris Saint-Germain in the attack here. They can't get their crosses in at the minute, though. So you see it. We've got such.
Terry, where's Where's Mbappe on the pitch? Is he up front? Where is he playing? Is he playing through the middle? Is he playing on the wing?
Central, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I can already see the way we're sitting in. We're sitting in.
Well, it was expected with that lineup.
Mm.
And I don't blame Ollie. This is the thing. I know people could criticise him, but for me, if he gets it right, it's oh my god,
Fred just got nuts.
Ollie wonders. But then if he mucks it up, it's get rid of him.
Well, this is what always happens. Doesn't matter what Ollie. I told you, Ollie could win these next 5-6 games in all competitions well, and then lose a game or draw a game after lockdown. We drew against Spurs, which everyone was disappointed with, right? We drew against Spurs, and then we went on that run. We won a game, and then we won 4 on the bounce by more than 3 goals. And then the game after that, we were average and we drew 2-2. That 2-2. See, I told you it weren't good enough. If we beat Paris Saint-Germain tonight, Chelsea, Leipzig, and Arsenal, and then draw a game, they'll be out again. So those people are just not worth really listening to, because it doesn't matter what Ollie does, they're always going to be standing on his neck. So I'm just kind of done with them as fans in that regard.
I agree. Timo Werner's on the ball inside the box.
Lovely tackle, Scotty Mac.
He's giving it to James, has crossed it in. What a clearance over that was by the Sevilla defender. We nearly scored. I mean, Werner, it was a link of Havertz to Werner. Werner on the wing to Reece James. I think we're going to see a lot of Reece James up and down that wing. For me, his strengths are up the pitch anyway. He crossed a good ball in, and the goalie kind of fumbled it, but kind of done enough at the same time to stop Havertz from scoring. So
it's a great Neymar was running through the middle there. Great tackle by...
Go on, Kai. Oh. What do you think about Kante, Terry? Because on Twitter a lot, I was having this debate with people, and they seem to think that he's not the same Kante 2 seasons ago. But I think people forget that he's been injured quite a lot the last 2 seasons. You haven't seen much of him. So how do you put him? Of course, it's not the same because he's not been playing. But do you think he's still not at the level?
No, I think Kante is great. I think there's one thing as well is we've become so used to him. I think he does the same great stuff, because he statistically hasn't really dipped at all. But because we're just used to him doing it, it's like, okay, well, what else? Does that make sense? You're just so used to his qualities now. But I think he's great. I think he's great, Kante. And he's one of them players where if we'd have signed him this summer, like there was a few rumours that we were going to, Luke Shaw, that was a poor pass. I'd have been buzzing. If you would
have got him, you'd have the best midfield in the world. And that ain't even a joke.
To Wanderby.
With Donny as well, that'd be immense.
I mean, we have already got a good midfield. I think if you threw us a Thomas Partey or a Kante into it as well, Kimmich, it'd be amazing. Oh, that's lovely football. Oh, unlucky. Do you know what? We've played some good football trying to counter, but it's been little final touches and whatnot. But it's a nice confident start. We should be winning this ball. We do. Lindelof, slow down, play out to the right. Lovely. Go on, AWB. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He is. That's what he is now.
How's the zebra kit looking?
You know what? It just looks white. Do you get what I mean? It just looks on the pitch. Bruno, early cross. Oh! It's a really good cross. I think Diallo, is his name at the back. He goes to clear it, but he misses it, and it hits his standing leg, and it rolls to the goalkeeper, and Rashford misses it by half an inch. That's the fine margins in football, people. Very close by United. But what we did there, what was great, and I get annoyed when players don't do this. We crossed first time. The ball got played back to Bruno, and he crossed it first time. So many times you see players take a touch, allowing defenders to set themselves. Go on, United. Win this ball back here. We do again. Good press, United. Lovely, lovely. Good start. Happy with that. 8 minutes in, people. Smash the like button, please. Hit the share button as well. Really important that you do that for us. It truly, truly is.
The one thing I'm really happy with, from what I've seen, what Lampard has done, is he's left Pulisic in his best position, which is the left. Even though Mason Mount's playing, he's playing on the right. He's not playing on the left.
Who's this, sorry?
Pulisic. Pulisic is on the left. Mason Mount's on the right.
So you put Pulisic, which I think's. I think that's what wound the fans up the most the other day. It was more, it wasn't that Mount was playing. It was, well, why are you taking Pulisic out of his strongest? I mean, my answer to that was, though, because Pulisic's better. So if you've got to play it, like Pulisic being out of position is less of a problem than playing Mount wide, but then playing him wide and out of position. But no, I get that. I do get that. That was one of my big...
He's just very direct, and he's better with the ball.
But that was always
from
one of
the
my
left
biggest
driving in.
bugbears with Jose at Man United. Too many players were played out of position on too regular a basis, and it just got to a point where you couldn't defend it anymore. It was frustrating. You're like, well, we've got 2 central midfielders, but you're playing a centre back there or whatever. Like, there we go. Do us a big favour, people. Smash the like button. Hit the share button as well. So important. We'll go past 1,000 likes while we're live. Get your super chats in, and we are live after the game for the post-match reaction show as well. So make sure you're tuning in for that. But Champions League football's here. You know, this is a big Tuesday and Wednesday for Liverpool, City, Chelsea and United. If you're Tottenham, if you're Arsenal, it is just Tuesday and Wednesday. But there we go. Super chat here actually from Monster Ahmed, who says, when is Chelsea's 5 going to play is in CP. Who's CP? Werner, Kai Havertz,
Christian
Pulisic, and Ziyech and probably this weekend against Man United.
Hoping, yeah. I think it's going to come. Look, at the end of the day, we need to calm down here. He's only just got back fit. He's not probably match fit yet anyway. So you'll see him in this game, but he will probably get another half hour. And then against Man United, I'd expect him to hopefully start. So we'll see.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's lovely from Neymar. It's lovely football by Paris Saint-Germain. They've got a man on the overlap. Di Maria shoots. Oh, great save, De Gea. Great save, De Gea. I was going in.
One thing that annoys me about Spanish teams, Terry, it really gets me. They fall around a lot. They fall on the floor constantly. Every time you go near them or you touch them, they just fall. And it reminds me of the old days with the Barcelonas and the Real Madrids. And they would, when you'd literally, you'd impose your weight on them and they'll just drop and the referee would blow because it was normal in the game for them. You know what I mean?
I remember listening to people like Ruud Gullit and other players that have played in the continent years back in punditry talking about how in certain countries, especially Latino countries, kind of feigning injury, diving, simulation, it's... Oh, what a save. How the hell did Dave say that? I can't believe what he just did there. They should have scored. Ball gets crossed in here by Kylian Mbappe. They're onside. He gets a foot to it. I can't believe it. I mean, De Gea knows nothing. Well, great positioning. But wow, it should be 1-0 to Paris Saint-Germain. But it isn't. It's 0-0.
0-0.
But it's 0-0. Yeah, I think, just too. So it's celebrated. It's celebrated as something to be proud of. And that's just, I think, years back, culturally, we didn't know how to accept that in the British game. My view now is, if you can't beat, I think we tried to beat it and stop it. That hasn't worked, so you got to join it. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. But I just can't imagine it happening in our league. Just falling on the floor like that and getting away with it and the referee blowing the whistle. I just don't see that happening a lot in our game. I think it happens more in their leagues.
That you get on the continent, but it happens more than it used to. And my view is this: I used to turn around to players and say, don't dive. But I've seen players in the Premier League get clipped and fouled, try to stay on their feet, still get the shot away, not score, and nothing's been given. There's this element of just go down when you have to. I think you need to do that, and I know people hate it. But my view is this: unless you're going to condemn your own for diving, don't moan about anybody else. Because if you guys dive on Sunday and get a Saturday and get a penalty against United and win, none of you are going to care. The same as I don't care if Rashford dives and gets us a penalty. I won't care at all.
Why has he done that? They've switched sides, Pulisic and Mount, and I just don't get it. Why just stay in your positions? Why are you switching around?
Yeah,
it's only 12 minutes. That frustrates me. I mean, there's not a lot that's gone on, to be honest. There's a lot of it's just us keeping the ball. We're very slow with it. We're not moving the ball quick enough.
Such a weak header, mate. You'll get booked for that.
Come on.
Surprised he ain't been booked for that. See, we've done that a few times. What we're talking about with O'Shea is a couple of times where we've got the ball back in good positions, but our passing hasn't been good enough. And then McTominay gives the ball, and then the ball comes out of McTominay. He's got loads of room. He should have brought it in his chest and played. Tries to head it to an opponent, gives it away, so they counter. We just need to be better on the ball.
Jorginho's just rugby tackled someone. He's given the ball away. The ball's gone away. He's been left for pace. Instead of just letting him go, what does he do? He rugby tackle. He literally pulls his shorts down. He's got a yellow card for it.
So it's interesting. McTominay has done something there that isn't too dissimilar, but no booking. When the referee put his hand in his back, I thought he was going to get the yellow card out, but he actually just pulled out the little spray thing. Free kick from Neymar here, 29 meters from goal. Neymar can bury this from it. The thing is with Neymar, he can put this in from here, like no doubt about it. He's got the ability to sink this right in the top corner if he wants to. 15 minutes on the clock. Whistle goes. Neymar hits it. Oh, straight into the wall. Thank God.
Sweet. Come on. Pressure.
Thank God. It's good defending. There we go. That's fine. Ball's out. Goal kick. Ladies and gentlemen, smash the like buttons. Hit the share buttons. How are Chelsea playing, though, mate? Sort of 15 minutes in.
I think we're still trying to suss out. What we have noticed is that they like playing football themselves, and we're not holding the ball as much as we used to in most games, which meaning that we dominate the game with possession. We're not doing that because Sevilla like playing the ball themselves. So at the moment, it's a battle. It's more of a battle with the midfield. So there's not much going on in the attacking third. It's about just move. They're just moving the ball around. It's just a bit slow, and they keep sort of just trying to still suss each other out a bit.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. The thing with the opening game of the group stages, it's lovely to win. It's great not to lose. But it's not... There's barring getting drummed up 7-8-0 that damages your confidence, there really isn't a result that's too damaging to your Champions League campaigns. You often get people feeling each other out, as an example. Someone's down here. I'm not sure Angel Di Maria's holding his ankle. He's fine. You know when someone's holding their ankle, but you know they're fine? Definitely was a foul by Fred, but it wasn't given. There we go. The one thing I've noticed that we keep doing, right, we get the ball back to Mendy. He's not playing it out. So he decides to knock a 40-yard ball up the pitch, but he's kicking it up to Werner. How tall is Werner? About 5'2".
What are you doing? Do you know what I mean? At least get Kai Havertz up there. He's 6'3". It's not his strengths.
Well, that's the way this stuff normally goes, though, isn't it? Like, the thing is, though, you'd rather play out from the back than get... Maybe he's realised, they're putting us under a lot of pressure when we're playing out from the back, and it's just about relieving that pressure. But
it's not. They're getting the ball, and they're retaining the ball and then putting pressure back on us. So that's
the thing. If it comes back again that quickly, then it becomes a sort of you're on hiding to nothing. Yeah.
Well done, Reece James. The brick. It's literally floored someone. You know what? You'd be surprised how strong the boy is. I've seen that man knock Hulk. You remember Hulk back at Zenit Sevilla?
I loved Hulk.
Unit, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's a unit.
He's one of those players.
He's knocked him flying, apparently.
He's one of those players who I just wish I'd love to have seen him in the Premier League. I think he could have been. I think he would have loved it here because he had a good ability. What's the matter?
Oh, Jorginho, what have you done? He's gone in too. Oh, he's lucky. He's gone for the ball. The ball's bounced and he's gone in. And it is high. His foot's very high. The referee's not giving him another yellow, but he's warned him. He's literally just had a go at him. Said, look, do that again. You're gone.
He's got one more.
Yeah. So they've got a free kick outside the box.
Sorry, super chat here from Monsar Ahmed, who says the rolling has started from Paris Saint-Germain already. Listen, Di Maria, that's what Di Maria is like. I loved it when he was a United player doing it. I also loved, I tell you, when we had Ander Herrera in the Man United team, he was like that. We need to just get this ball a little bit. That's nice, Scotty Mac. Well done.
Oh, they've got a free kick outside the box, Seville. Could be dangerous. We're not good at these. Come on, Mendy, show us what you're about.
Right, go on,
they've nearly scored.
Again?
Mendy's he's flapped. It's come at him very slow, but he's flapped it in the air. He's kind of like pushed it back in the box, and it's gone over the Sevilla guys' head to our clown, and we've cleared it. So, let off, I'd say.
Oh, he should have done better. Martial's good football, but you know what? Lay the glove on them. That's what I'm saying. Lay the glove on them again. That's what we need to do. You need to let them know this is how football is mental. You need to let them know that they give us space, that a shot hasn't come off. But their defenders will know, we need to be careful there. Referee tonight is letting a few fouls go as well in terms of little 50-50s where it's a bit of a shoulder when you're winning the ball. He's not giving them, which is interesting for European football. I like seeing that. Go on, Terrace.
Good, yeah.
Oh, he goes for that. That boy can cross a ball. It's nice.
I mean, 20 minutes in, I don't even think we've had a shot. I think Sevilla have had the 2 best chances so far. Come on.
Oh, Scotty Mac, unlucky. Nice, well done. Let's just recycle the ball and be careful here. We've got That's a penalty!
Is it? Yes.
No.
Have you?
No. I don't know what's happened. He's blown his whistle, but he hasn't pointed to anything.
I think it is, mate. I think it's a pen. From what everyone's saying.
Oh, yeah, you need to... Yeah, It's a stonewall penalty. It's got to be a penalty. It's a stonewall.
Are they looking at it?
It's a
Are they looking at it? What's going on?
I think he's given it. He just didn't point to the spot. He just didn't point to the spot.
Yes, go on.
Right, let's go now, United. See, you know what I said a few minutes ago? You lay the glove.
Yeah.
You lay the glove on people.
Lay the glove.
You let them know you're there. And then we built up from that. But
Step
come on,
up,
Bruno, now.
Step up, mate.
Ice cold, Bruno. Ice cold, Bruno. Let's do this, brother. Come on. I can't watch. I can't. I'm too nervous, people. I'm too nervous, people. Come on, Bruno. Oh, he misses again. Oh, he missed it. He done the skip and he missed it. Bruno.
See, this goes back to what I said. Step up, Bruno. These are the games. Come on, mate. You need to bury them, especially against PSG, man.
He's off his line. He's off his line. He's off his line. He's going to take it again. He was off his line. The goalkeeper was off his line.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Again? Oh, yeah. Don't ask the man twice. I know that. Go on.
He come off the line. Oh, no. I don't think you can let Bruno take it, though. But if he does step up and take it, that just shows balls. Ah! He had both feet off the line. Someone here saying VAR is ridiculous. No, but it's the rules, bruv. He's so far off the line. When you see the replay, his front foot's about 2 yards off and his back foot's about half a yard.
Well, no, they'll definitely retake that.
Bruno's taking it again, bruv. Again. Listen, I can't believe he's doing it again. I mean, that shows balls, but equally... Oh. Yeah! Bruno! Bruno! And it's not 2 penalties, 2 misses.
Hernandez.
Ah! Yes, baby! 1-0 United.
Well done.
Ah! And do you know what? See, the first one that was saved, by the way, if the goalkeeper hadn't have come off his line, he might not have saved it. And that's why it don't count as a miss. And by the way, he come off his line that time as well with the goal that went in.
Did he again?
Yes! Bruno! Bruno! Bruno!
That's what you needed, though, isn't it, really?
Mate, and do you know, like I said, in that game, in that moment, we hadn't really laid a glove on them. And then you had Martial make a little space, had a shot that went out. And we won a couple of balls back. And we were creating little openings. And Scott McTominay got in and drew the ball that was just about cleared. And we put them under pressure. Now what we need to do is just not get silly defensively. Go back to our plan and counter again.
Sit and counter. Go on, teammate. We're getting outplayed at the moment.
Really?
Yeah, we're not keeping the ball well enough. We're getting dragged left and right. We're really struggling to impose ourselves on the game. And I don't know why, because you look at the front line, they should be doing a lot better. Come on, move the ball quicker.
Go on,
One thing
Martial.
that Seville
It's gonna be a
doing
corner.
really well is that they're
It's
man
nice now.
marking us.
Corner ball here to United.
Well done. They're man marking us across the pitch. Every time we've got the ball, they're just man marking every single player. Ajax Liverpool. Oh, that'd be a good game, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Well,
the only thing I hate about being a Man United fan is in the Champions League is you get nervous. What I love about watching other people in the Champions League, it's amazing, but there's no nerves. Do you get what I mean?
no,
Like Alex Telles here taking a corner. Such a good corner.
How's he? Oh,
That boy. Oh, they're on the counter themselves here. We need to stop this counter. Lovely there. Bruno Fernandes. That was poor by Scotty Mackie. Held on too long.
how's Telles doing anyway?
He's done all right so
He's-
far. Like
he's first man.
he's crossed
Yeah.
a couple of balls in. You can see the whip and the swerve on a cross that you can. You know, like somebody watch a player cross a ball. Go on, Rashford.
Mm.
Oh, he's done that same reverse ball. You can see that he can cross properly.
Mm.
Oh, it's poor.
We are getting outplayed at our own game at the moment.
It's a really good
Just
cross.
passing. Oh, a lot more going on in your game. by the
What a
sounds of
cross!
it.
This boy can, mate. This boy can just cross, bruv. I don't know how good he is at defending. Scotty Mac, that's poor. What he can do is cross a ball.
Good.
Yep.
Come on, chill.
can
Come on, I
really
want to
cross
see
the
that
ball.
from you, bro.
So when you see him whip a ball, it's just a swerve it gets, and it causes havoc for everybody. Every ball he's put in so far, you've seen people scrambling to clear it. It's been difficult, but decent.
Oh, come on. I don't know what ain't working for us right now, but something tactically is not working, and I don't know what it is.
Sometimes,
Is
mate, I'm not watching your game. Sometimes it's
Yeah.
the team you're playing against just doing a good job shutting you down.
They're just. No, it's not that, Terry. They're so good with the ball. They're better than us with the ball at the moment. We can't get the ball from them. They're moving the ball so quick, and you say that he's just blooming knocks it out for a goal kick. So
Lovely.
yeah.
Tuanza B. See, what we're doing different. So, a comment here from Monsar says one thing United have done well so far is keep Mbappe quiet. We have, but you watch our line when we're not in the possession. Our line is literally the highest I've seen us when we're not in possession. Our defensive line has been about 2 or 3 yards in front of our box, which means there's not a lot of room for the ball to be played in behind. When we got battered by Tottenham, beaten by Palace, nearly beaten by Brighton, we were like 30 yards further up the pitch. You don't need to. It was almost suicidal in many ways. And I think tonight we're just deeper, and it's worked. And when we've been able to turn the ball over, we've had speed. Tellus has been involved massively, and it's worked. Listen, we're 27 minutes in. There's a hell of a long way to go in this game. But I'm so far really impressed. This doesn't look like a team that just got beat 6-1 by Tottenham. It doesn't look like a team that nearly lost to Brighton and got beat by Palace.
It goes back to what I said to O'Shea. Man United are no strangers to this formation because they've done it before, and they have against us 3 times. They sat back. We had a lot of the possession, and you've done us for the go on, Verne, he's through. He's just bounced over his.
Led.
Reece James knocked the ball over the top, and he's ran onto it, but it sort of bounced. And as it's bounced, it took a weird sort of curl and gone over his head. So he's lost control of the ball. But Reece James is running higher up the pitch, and come on, that's not a free kick.
Do you hear this? Do you hear this stat? So this shows tonight, and I know things are a little up in the air because there's no fans. Paris Saint-Germain haven't lost a group game at home for 16 years.
Terry, we're in danger here, big time. They're in the box. No, sorry, go on. To pass it. Sorry, go on, mate.
16 years it's been since Paris Saint-Germain have lost a group game at home. So that's what I'm saying. Even a draw is a good result. Like people act like that's what's crazy about it. Like I didn't know that statistic, but that's a craziness. Get your super chats in, people. Chelsea fans, tell me. I want to hear what's going on in your game. I want your opinions on that. Man United fans, give me your thoughts on the performances here, and then rivals, let us know what you're thinking and feeling. But it's Man United 1, Paris Saint-Germain 0, and 0-0 in the Chelsea-Sevilla game at this moment in time. Nearly 30 minutes in. Paris Saint-Germain are on the attack here. Mbappe's got a run here, though. Oh, that's great by Scott McTominay.
He sounds like he's having a good game, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's done all right so far. Oh,
Come on, that's it. Move the ball quicker. Come on, Pulisic, drive. Furness through. 1-1 with a goalie. He gets round him. Oh, he's just ran it too far and it's gone out. Oh,
Who was that?
God. Werner. So Pulisic has picked up the ball. He's laid Werner through. He's offside as well. I didn't know that. It was 1-on-1 with the goalie. He's gone round the goalie, but his touches took it away too far away. And it's gone out.
Too far away.
Yeah.
I hear you, bro. Smash that like button, people. It's really important that you get that done. It really, really is. Just some updates on some of the other scores that are going on tonight in the Champions League, just to let you all know. I'm sure you're all aware of them. Sevilla 0, Chelsea 0, as we know. Rennes 0. I can't pronounce the other team. Club Brugge beat Zenit 2-1. Lazio are beating Borussia Dortmund 2-0 at the moment.
Wow.
That's a shock result.
It is.
Juve, of course, won 2-0 tonight already. 2 goals from Morata. Barca are 1-0 up. I'm sure it's going to be Messi that scored. Yes, from a penalty.
Well done, Mendy.
And Man United winning. Leipzig are 2-0 up against Istanbul, whatever their names are. So interesting results so far tonight. But here we go. 30 minutes on the clock. Comment here from Monsar Super Chat says, it's the first half, but probably the best I've seen United play.
Sounds like it. Come on,
anyway.
quicker. Jorginho.
But yeah, it's
right.
The one thing I'm getting nervous about, the last 5 minutes, we started to play a much higher line again. I think it's stupid. And I know they want to press higher, maybe try and win the ball back. But I think we need to have a period of time where maybe, I don't know, maybe you sit back deep, you invite too much pressure.
Werner in the oh.
It seems like you're getting closer now in your game.
Yeah, we are. We're getting a lot more opportunities than we have so far. I mean, Reece James again. It's all going down his side of the game, and he's just whipped the ball in, and Werner's Havertz has sort of tried to control with his right foot, but he hasn't, and it's landed to Werner on his chest, and he's hit it first time, but it's straight at the goalie. Come on, keep this up. And that's all because we're moving the ball a little bit quicker. Oh, someone's injured for Seville. He's holding his hamstring as well. I don't even know who he is.
We've started to really press Paris Saint-Germain up nice and high. Well done to Anzabi. Stayed on Mbappe there. He's offside.
Okay, yeah, Seville making a substitution. They've got on.
Do you know what's really confusing here? What's really confusing for players is Neymar was played through there. He was clearly offside. We could all see he was offside. In fact, maybe he was just about offside. Tellez might have been playing him on, actually. But you can see that half the players are not making movement. But Luke Shaw gets back very, very well to stop Angel Di Maria there from being able to tap that in. This high line's starting to worry me now. I think we need to drop 5 to 10 yards further back. We're a little bit too high. We're going to get caught out in a minute.
You're playing into Mbappe's actual strengths. That's what he likes. Space.
I agree.
No, you need to drop back a bit.
I agree completely.
So how are Rashford and Martial doing up there? Are they just literally staying up there when the ball goes up, they're just chasing it, basically?
They were getting involved before in the build-up to the goal. Since the goal, the ball hasn't really come to them. They haven't really had many touches at all. But it's also because what we haven't done since the goal is we haven't turned the ball over and then in the transition gone to them. We haven't actually done anything really for 7 or 8 minutes now. You know, we're at that point, and it's a poor pass. And lose the ball again. See, that's where it's poor. See, I think what we need to do in the next 5 minutes we need to lay another glove. I'd love to score from it, but we need to show, hang on a minute, we are dangerous as well, and we haven't done that for a bit of time now. That's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, Bruno couldn't bring that down. Right, now they've got a chance. Mbappe's in. Look at that speed.
He's
careful to Anzabi. That was beautiful. To Anzabi's Oh. So Neymar's been booked. Great tackle by Tuanzebe. Just shoulder barges Mbappe off the ball. Neymar has mouthed off at the referee and got himself booked. Hang on.
Go on, Tuanzebe.
But he's now checking VAR, I think. No, he's not. He's gone to get the ball. That was lovely. See, do you know the difference? What I love about having Tuanzebe here, it isn't a penalty, but Tuanzebe's got the speed to keep up with Kylian Mbappe.
Yeah.
That's what Man United are missing in our defensive line.
Missing, yes. That's what I was about to say. What's wrong with playing him against next to Maguire? Why not play him next to Maguire?
He's been injured. That's why he's not been there. The point is, a lot of people felt before the injury last season that Tuanzebe was about to get his chance next to Maguire. And it just meant there in that situation, we had a man that could keep up with Mbappe. If that's Maguire or that's Lindelof, they can't. It's another long ball here. Oh, almost finds Bruno.
Yeah, well, if he's fit, I mean, he is fit because he's playing. But if he's that good, get the boy playing, man. It's not like you've got great defenders back there other than Maguire. Have you? Team him up with him. How's Lindelof doing in the middle?
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like okay.
Come on, we need to impose ourselves a bit more. Apparently, Messi's netted from the spot as well.
Yeah. Actually had a bit of the ball for a minute.
No.
He's done really well so far. That's a really good cross by Bruno. Oh, Kempembe, I thought he was going to head it into his own net. But here's their counter themselves here. Don't foul him.
Ain't Herrera playing? Your old boy.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he deserved the yellow card there, McTominay. But that's McTominay now got to be. McTominay done well in the middle, but that's now where he's got to calm himself down a little bit now. Doesn't want to get himself into any kind of shtuck.
I feel like with our game, it just needs a goal. There's a lot of just passing. No end product from both teams. Oh, Jorginho, no. Oh, God. Another yellow card. Mason Mount.
How's Mount playing?
Well, he's been poor. He's been absolutely poor so far. He's running back to his own goal rather than going towards the attack, the other way. And he's just sort of like lost the ball. But as he's lost the ball, he's done a Jorginho and just pulled the guy's shirt. And now he's got a yellow card. So, well done, Mason Mount.
We've got another free kick in a dangerous position here. Di Maria's going to cross this one. It's very deep. Easy for David De Gea, that. That's nice. And do you know what? Saves from De Gea so early on now look important. Early long ball here to Martial. Go on, Martial. Have a go at him, mate. Have a go at him. You've got the skills, bruv.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, that's poor from Martial. That was poor.
How important do you think it is for the teams in the Champions League to win their first game?
I don't think it's essential. I think it's very nice because generally 10 points will get you out the group. An opening day win puts you almost a third of the way there with 5 games remaining. And Man United, one thing I don't even want to think about. Oh, hang on, got well one that back there again by McTominay, Martial. They've got back very quickly. Paris Saint-Germain there. It's not good enough. That's poor actually there by Telles. Luke wins it back well here. That's nice. Tell us to cross this. Bruno! What a save! Oh, Bruno Fernandes, a great shot. Navas with an excellent save. Well done. That's that glove. I said to you, 5 minutes. Martial has a chance for on goal. Within minutes, we get another one. You've got to lay them gloves. You've got to get them thinking. It's a great shot by Bruno. What a game he's having so far. And Telles is just up there with the attack the whole time.
We said it, though.
Some really good interceptions by Scotty Mac as well so far today.
It's important for Bruno to have a good game, and it sounds like he is. It sounds like he's been very influential. Come on, we need to do more. It's a bit of a boring game, I'm not going to lie. I think it's been...
Scott McTominay nearly scored as well.
They haven't really done much, Seville, but nor have we. It's like one of them weird ones where it's just a bit boring. We look a lot better with Thiago Silva at the back, though. I'll tell you that.
Another good cross. Scott! Oh, we go.
See, this is what's annoying me, right? You're going to give it back to the goalie and ask him to kick it halfway up the pitch, right? Werner's not going to win the ball. So if we're not going to win the first ball, then you've got to win the second. And because our midfield's too deep and we're not higher up the pitch following it, we're losing the ball easily all the time. They need to get higher up the pitch.
Yeah. Oh, that was poor by Rashford. When we have the ball in that position, Rashford, you can't lose it that cheaply. I don't mind losing it from a shot. I don't mind losing it from trying to cut someone open, but that was really poor there by Rashford. You need your team to dig you out here, mate, because they're on the attack. Careful, Scotty Mac.
Come on, what's that? What's he going to do with that? Oh! Bernard's really struggled up there at the moment. He's just not getting the supply. Come on.
Just wait for this end of this Paris Saint-Germain chat. We have a super chat from Monser, which is amazing. Thank you. Oh, it's lovely defending Lindelof. It says, do you think Neymar's attitude let him down to cement himself as a top 3 in the world? He is up there with the top 5, but not consistently top 3. I don't know if it's attitude. I mean, I hear weird things that he always gets injured for the same period every year so he can be at his sister's birthday and stuff. Now, I don't know how true that is. It could just be like one of them weird Twitter rumors. Do you get what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But, oh, what a tackle, Fred. What a tackle, Fred. But yeah, for me, I think Neymar's a top player. The top 5 in the world argument is so subjective. It really is. It's so subjective because depends. Like often defenders and goalkeepers and even central midfielders get left out of that conversation all the time anyway. If you're going to talk about attacking players, I think he's in the top 5. Oh, that's nice.
That's better, Havertz.
Lovely, Scotty McTominay. Go on, Rashford. Lovely. Scotty Mac to Rashi. Go on, Rashi. Go on, Rashi. He's in the box. Oh, it's good defending in the end. Great tackle there by Delo, but Rashford was about to pull the trigger. That was excellent.
Go on, Pulisic. Go on. Oh. It's just like, come on. Poor ball, Thiago Silva. See, it's weird, right? Because we've got Chilwell playing on the left as well, but it's all coming down our right, and it's unusual because Chilwell's good down the left as well. So don't get why it's all going down that wing, and I don't know whether it's because Mason Mount's on that left, and he's not supporting Chilwell well enough for him to go forward.
Couple of minutes until halftime, people. Get your super chats in, hit your like buttons, what you're thinking, what you're feeling. Let's do some more of these comments. Daniel here says, oh, Timo, so close. Daniel's one of our members here. Time Ban, it says, edge of your chair stuff now. Absolutely. Christopher says, Sevilla are really good on the ball. They are. And you have to take your chances against them when you get it. Man United, we had that start to that second half where we should have beaten them. Jack McAllister says, Chelsea are starting to play better now. Would you agree with that, Jem?
No. Yeah, they've had a couple more chances. They're moving the ball a little bit quicker. But for me, they're still not. For me, they're in second gear. They need to get out of that gear. They could be playing a lot quicker. They're not moving the ball quick enough. That's the problem. They're getting the ball and they're going backwards.
Yeah.
And that you can't do that, especially when you're halfway up the pitch. Now, come on, that's a yellow card. How many times is he going to get away with it?
Dale clears that. That was a weird clearance for a goalie. You normally see him. It's a foul there. Let's cool. Let's take the foul. Let's take the foul and relax. It's a foul. Just relax. Let's just play out.
Marcos.
Next here says winning because of Fred and McTominay. Fred and McTominay have been excellent in that midfield area. Yep, some of their distribution isn't always the best because we know they're not about that, but the tenacity they've put in, you don't get that from Bruno and Van der Beek, and you needed that tonight. We just wouldn't have had it. And look, we've got 45 minutes to go. We still may not win this game. We still may not draw this game. But so far, nearly 45 minutes in, it's been an excellent performance from Manchester United Football Club. And I could not be proud. I'm nervous as hell, but I could not be prouder of how my boys are playing.
Good. Come on, bro. They've got what's his name, Rakitic in the middle. You know, Barcelona Rakitic. He's just sort of dictating them. He's doing the Jorginho role, really. He's just setting the tempo of his passing.
Yeah.
And if
Sevilla, I reckon you're going to have a really good spell against Sevilla in the first 10, 20 minutes of that second half. That's when you've got to kill them. We only lost to Sevilla because there was 2 defensive mistakes. You could argue that was the reason. But it was more because we didn't finish our chances. Oh, Fred, that's the only mistake. Fred and McTominay have done that 2 or 3 times each, where they've got the ball in the mid and they've tried to, like, first time. Oh, that's lovely. See, the way our defensive line is, it's staying not too deep to pressurise the goalie, but it's high enough that when they're getting the ball out wide, when they're crossing the ball in, it's going into that sort of tunnel of uncertainty. But they can't get runners into it because we're so deep that if they go too early, they're going to be offside anyway. So it's working quite well at the minute.
We're losing all the second balls at the moment. Come on.
Do you know what? One thing I love about not having fans, though? I love when you hear what referees and coaches now actually say, as opposed to like what you think they're saying. The bench looks good for United as well. That's the thing. The bench does look nice. Oh, that's nice. They're on the attack here. No sillies here. No sillies, United. It's going to be a goal kick. Mbappe has a good shot there, but it actually hits Neymar in the back. It goes over for a goal kick. Oh.
Come on, move it. Oh.
A few Chelsea fans here are saying, get Ziyech on. What do you reckon?
It needs something. I think what's annoying me again, Zuma, what are you... Oh, it's just... A good save, Mendy. Says the ball's come in and Zuma's completely scuffed the clearance and it's landed to them outside the box. They've took the shot first time and Mendy, safe hands, really, is what we needed. Safe hands. So, yeah, I think we need Ziyech. I just don't like Pulisic on the right, and he stayed on the right the whole of this first half since the sort of, I don't know, 15 minutes after that.
Martial nearly had the most audacious touch to try and get himself in on goal. That would have come off.
Go on, Havertz.
Oh.
Go on, Havertz.
It's half time here.
Timo, what you... We look like, when we go forward, we look like we're going to score. We just need it to happen for us a little bit more in the box. Yeah, it's half time here as well.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. So, I mean, how would you assess the first half? You guys want to phone the show to come and tell us what you thought of that first half? Phone in now. Search Football Terrace FC on Skype. Give us a buzz. It's Man United 1, Paris Saint-Germain 0, Chelsea 0, Sevilla 0. I want to go to Jem first of all. I haven't obviously watched the Chelsea game. Who's had the better of it? Who's been the aggressors? And what do Chelsea need to do differently to pick up that win in the second half?
Move the ball quicker is what they need to do to get a victory out of this. They need to shut Seville down. They need to win the second balls. They need to probably make a change. I don't think Mason Mount should be playing. It's clear that Pulisic is not comfortable on the right. He needs to be put on the left. So bringing Ziyech on will probably, give us a bit more balance. Jorginho's got to be careful, but at the same time, they haven't done much themselves. Seville. They've had a couple of good chances, but so have we. But to be honest, it's we just need to up our game, Terry. We really I feel like we're flat. We just feel flat. Kai Havertz has been flat. Werner's not had the service, and he looks a little bit, So it's just a bit frustrating at the moment.
I hear on that. I mean, statistically, just looking at your game right now, I mean, it's 3 shots to them, 2 to you. So very few opportunities for both sides, as you say, to actually break teams down. We've got Stro on the line with us now. Stro, what game are you watching this evening?
I've been flicking between both, but predominantly the United game.
Well, what do you make of Man United's performance in Paris so far?
Tactically, it's brilliant. I've actually really enjoyed it because if you look at Paris Saint-Germain and specifically the front three, they've struggled. The midfield three struggled because obviously you're playing the three at the back, and then obviously Wan-Bissaka's pressing up high, and then Telles is pressing up high because you're pinning in the midfield three. The midfield three for Paris Saint-Germain haven't got the legs. So you've got the likes of McTominay and Fred, who for me have just completely dominated that first 45 minutes. But then the issue Paris Saint-Germain are finding is the only time they really get in space behind your wing backs is when you've got an overlap. But at that point, your defensive line's set perfectly. So even if they do put the ball in, they're not really threatening anything. So for the first 45 minutes, it's been fascinating to watch, and you've completely dominated it. They've made chances without really look threatening, and you've just completely nullified their front three. So yeah, it's an excellent first half for you.
Yeah, I mean, I want to talk about two players for a second. I'm not sure where Jem's gone. His picture seems to have frozen on us. But
Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. Your picture's frozen on the screen. I'm not too...
I can see myself.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what's happened. But Fred and McTominay. There's a lot of United fans angry and kicking off before the game begun because they didn't want him, in the team. They thought, why no Van der Beek, why no Paul Pogba? So far, do you think that decision has been vindicated?
From the first half, absolutely, 100%. Because if you look at, don't get me wrong, McTominay's walking a fine line now because he's got that yellow card. But you look at Neymar's position, and Neymar's having to come deep, and I'm talking very deep to pick the ball up, and then he looks like he's trying to spring Mbappe in behind. But because your defensive line's set, like I said, they've not really got much space behind by the time Neymar's picked the ball up. McTominay and Fred have mopped up everything, and not only that, they've pressed high and they've won balls back in good positions. And I'm talking like in PSG's final third. So them two have had an excellent game so far. And not just that, it's when you look at your bench now, you can bring Pogba on, you can bring Van der Beek on, and you're in a dominant position. You've already 1-0 up. So yeah, it's a great half from them two.
Yeah, I think so. Cam, you back with us?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, we spoke about those boys, Bruno Fernandes, because I think he's had a good game, a good shot. He's moved the ball well. He misses a penalty that's we got to retake because the goalie broke the rules. What do you make of his confidence to stand up and take that penalty after missing two on the bounce in two different games?
He's wearing the armband for a reason today. He's putting in another performance. Everything he's doing out there. I want to talk about Stroh hit it on the head with the tactics for the defensive end, but on the what we're doing offensively is beautiful because people say they don't see our patterns of play. That same move, the play down the flank where we have the one player do the back pass, move on, then the player through the channel picks it up. We've tried that 3 times today. That's the same play that when it came off led to 2 goals for us last game. So it's like there's clear patterns on what we're trying to do, especially down those flanks with the little cheeky back passes that I've seen now twice from Telles to move on. And it's beautiful football right now. I'm really enjoying what we're doing. I'm enjoying seeing Telles on the pitch because when the ball goes over there, it's no longer get the ball to Rashford and him make something happen. Rashford can now float around and Telles can do something with it and pick out a pass. I just think we're playing great offensively as well as defensively. I'm very pleased.
Yeah,
so far.
I agree. Sorry, what are you going to say?
No, so I was going to say, so from a Liverpool point of view, the one concern I really have is watching Telles cross a ball. It's Trent-esque. He can whip a ball.
Right.
I know for a fact, if you play in this kind of formation or if he gets forward the way he does, this boy is going to get bagged full of assists this season.
Every corner that he has delivered, the whip on it has caused a problem. No one's connected with one yet on our own heads, but there's a difference. I've seen at Man United for I would say 7-8 years now. We haven't had a person who can cross the ball into the box and the cross regularly and the cross causing problems. Does that make sense? And interestingly tonight, you see him doing all the offensive work. I don't want to get ahead of myself because we've got a second half to go, but Luke Shaw defensively looks absolutely sound when he doesn't have to worry about anything. And I know a lot of people are moaning, United, another penalty, rare. Don't foul us in the box then. There's a reason that our intricate, fast players gain these fouls in the penalty area. And it's because we're so quick. It's because we move the ball. And what frustrates me is if we weren't getting these fouls, we'd just score more goals from open play. The amount of times that we beat a man, like that turn there from Martial, he'd have been through on goal. Rashford the other day, when he puts the ball past Lewis, if Lewis doesn't stud him in the shins, Rashford goes past him and he's through on goal. There's this kind of notion that you get lucky because people give you penalties. If they didn't give us the penalties, the penalty we got against Spurs. If they didn't bring Martial down, he's free to have a shot a few yards out from goal, which he's likely to score. So that's the way I look at this for me. But what I need United to do is maintain what we've done nice tonight as well is we've pressed at the right times and sat back at the right times. We've kind of mixed that up very, very well indeed. It's good. But I'll stay humble. This is Paris Saint-Germain. They're some of the best teams in the world on the football pitch. But if we stick to this game plan, I still think it'll be 60, 65 minutes, a Van der Beek, a Paul Pogba coming into the fray. Maybe then you can have someone like that just there to win some of these balls back. I mean, Pogba winning the ball in these positions, if he can do that, he'll thread the ball a little bit better. The only thing with Fred and McTominay is that sometimes their distribution isn't good enough. There was that one great bit of play from Scotty Mack, though, where he wins the ball, drops the shoulder, he plays in Rashford, and Rashford's run was great, just couldn't quite get it off. But on the Telles thing as well, as you say, when he crosses the ball from the left-hand side, it just causing problems, and I'm excited to see him. And like I said, my expectation for Telles is not as a £15 million fullback. It's of an 80, 90 million pound star. He, for me, in our system, I expect big things. I expect him to be creating 2 or 3 chances minimum per game with these crosses. Whether the striker scored them or not isn't down to Telles. But for me, with that kind of cross, you can still... And by the way, we've played a very good team tonight, Champions League finalists. You can imagine the way we're playing tonight up against maybe a
West Brom.
A West Brom. Yeah. I think it'll be even more dangerous. And it's one thing I want to ask you, Cameron. Can you actually quite believe that what we've seen against Newcastle and then in the first half against Paris Saint-Germain is the same Man United team we saw in the first 3 Premier League games?
It's absolutely, it's crazy. No, it's a completely different team. And you know that the quote that's going to stick for me? There's always, in every sport, there's always famous quotes and famous lines that have come out at certain times. If we go on to be, and I'm not going to get too ahead of myself, if the season turns around, Ollie did say the season starts today after that Newcastle game. And like at the end of the day, if he can turn that into a reality, we should have a good season. I've always said I think we're a top 4 side. I'm not gassing past that. I put us in 4th, and that's where I believe we'll probably end up. But people are talking about our team like we're going to finish in 8th and 9th. I think it's too early to talk like that. I think the team we're seeing now is the team that we should hopefully expect moving forward. And the game against Chelsea is going to be, for me, the big level setter. If we can continue that, and then we go up against Chelsea, even if we lose, if we look like this team right now, then I have faith for the rest of the season, because it's a completely different side.
I hear you. I mean, I'm not going to allow myself to get carried away. Like I've said, I'll take each game as it comes for the time being. And right now, I'm over the moon with how we play. By the way, we could have a disaster class in the second half and lose 4-1, and it undoes all of that. But we can only speak about what we've seen so far, and it's been very, very good. I still want to see Martial and Rashford be less wasteful when they're in possession. I think they've been a little bit loose. We know what I've said about Fred and McTominay on the ball as an example. So there's still areas where we can improve. But I think the goalkeeper's been brilliant. Let's not forget David De Gea. He's been amazing. And then, of course, you have everybody defensively. And Tuanzebe, the one great thing about him is that speed. He's a very good defender. He can play the ball. But Mbappe's in on goal if that's Lindelof or Maguire against him.
Yeah.
No doubt. Jem, I know you're watching the Chelsea game, mate. I mean, I know we've spoken about it. What do you think there needs to be a system change, formation change, or personnel change? Because listening to you for the majority of that first, I felt like Sevilla were the aggressors and more dominant. I mean, they've had nearly 60% of the ball against you at Stamford Bridge. What would you like to see Lampard change?
Player. I just don't like Pulisic on the right. I think he's just not. I prefer him on the left. That's his position. I don't think Mason Mount's been effective whatsoever. I don't know why he's been on the pitch or what he was set to do on the pitch, but he's just done nothing other than get a yellow card. So for me, I'd put Ziyech on. I'd put Ziyech on the right, Pulisic on the left, and then just go from there and just see how we get on from there, to be honest. Maybe even if we have to change it up, maybe bring on like a Giroud, but keep Werner on and just have him playing off someone. Because at the moment, I feel like Werner's very isolated up there. So we'll see. We'll see.
What I am loving in some of these comments is people saying stuff like, I love this, it's only Paris Saint-Germain, Terry.
No.
Listen, I love a bit of banter, and we know that's banter, and it's excellent banter. So well done. More of the same, please. We love a bit of banter on the Football Terrace.
We do indeed.
But this is the thing though, where I would say to United fans, whatever happens in the second half, let's not overreact in either direction. Barring something mesmerizing or something catastrophic, don't go over the top, because you know, you were talking about a manager that we all thought was being sacked. You know, 5 games to save his job. The one thing I will say is, I don't care what any media outlet prints this now. I don't care what Woodward tries to sell to the press during hard times. This squad plays for Ollie. These players play for Ollie.
They're proving it.
And I think that's why he gets out of... When people say he's in jail and it looks like he might be getting sacked, he's in bad form, I think that's why they get out of it.
It's an illusion.
But it's also... That also shows that Ollie's good under pressure too, right? Instead of cracking, because he's been under pressure a couple times now, and instead of cracking, every time he's done the great escape. Like you said, I'm not getting too gassed too far ahead. I'm enjoying what I'm seeing right now in the last 2 games, and I hope it continues. But it does show a lot of wherewithal with Ollie if you think about it. Like he knows these talks are happening. He knows people are saying they're talking about sacking him. He's aware of this, and just like you say, it's the players are playing for him, and he's. Instead of cracking under the pressure, he's showing up. And again, we could have a really bad second half. Who knows? But if he wins this game or ties this game, again, in my opinion, any result was a good result. He's just showing that he's showing people at least he's gonna fight for his place.
And do you know what I love about that? And my kind of biggest bugbear with Jose was his behaviour when he was under pressure, and that he looked like he was trying to throw it. What I love about what Ollie's doing is, yeah, I'm under pressure. Yeah, I'm not as good as some of the other elites out there in football, but I'm going to try my best to do my best with Manchester United. And I love that attitude. I think that's just because it reflects how I am as a person. Does that make sense? I think I can be a fighter. You know, I had nothing to do with football. I had a pitch recently I had to do, and it was to an organisation that, if I'm being honest, I was like, we have no chance of winning this. We could only do 50% of what they actually needed on their RFI, like they had a request for information, and they needed, and we don't do half of it. And in the end, they've decided to change some of their plans to go with us because they've gone. You guys showed so much more determination, and kind of openness and transparency. We're prepared to put these 2 areas on ice for a couple of years while you get those things developed, and we'll go with this part first. And it was like I was shocked to get that news a few days ago. I was like, how did I win this contract? Out of all the contracts I've won in the last 18 months in this job I do, I was like, how have I won this one? But the feedback, it's so self-satisfying because it's like, it was you, your approach, your attitude, your tenacity, your openness. And it's a very different thing when it comes to football. But that's what I love about Ollie. He's like, I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to die. And do you know why I think he does that? Because he loves Man United. When you don't love the club and it's a job to you, I think it's really easy. Look how upset Patrice Evra's been of late. Because he loves the club. And that's what we need on our board. We need some men with brains, with football knowledge, like Evra's, like Rio's, etc., who love the club and will put passion into it. I think it's missing, but there we go. Second half, we're about to begin. Stro, Cam, thank you, boys. I've shared the link. I'm sharing the link in the group chat, so come on live afterwards after the game, and we'll review both of these, man. Me. Yeah, of course, always, bro. Always, bro.
Always, brother.
I'll see you guys soon. Cheers, all. Second half's about to begin here, and I can't lie, I'm nervous, bro. Like, I want to win. Heart of a Lion, by the way. Thank you for your super chat. There was no comment attached to it, but thank you, my brother. Terry, now you're being very melodramatic. Come on, bro. I'm not being melodramatic. I'm being serious. I mean what I'm saying. Here. Like, long way to go in the second half. The one thing you would say is at some point, Moise Keane is coming on here, I think. I'm not sure who they're taking off, though. Moise Keane's one of them interesting ones, bro. I'm not going to, like, awful in the Premier League, but... Ooh.
On the day, he can turn up,
Yeah.
It's one of them ones. Ziyech is warming up, but I don't think he's coming on straight away.
Yeah, but they've taken off Idrissa Gana Gueye, so they've taken off a midfielder. I think it might see now Angel Di Maria drop into a slightly deeper midfield role, but they've taken off a ball winner. They've taken off a defensive midfielder for an attacker. Interesting. Let's go. Get your score predictions in for the second half, people. Chelsea 0, Sevilla 0, PSG 1-0, United 1. Let's go. Little Freudian slip there. Let's go. Let's do this. Go on, United.
Come on, Chelsea. We need a good performance now. We was poor the first half. Come on, Fat Frank. Let's do it.
I always remember that story Frank Lampard told. I think it was an event, and he was there telling it, where so this one geezer, he could hear him all game calling him fat this, fat that, fat the other. And he goes, I turned around to confront him, and he goes, this geezer must have been about 35 stone. I just love this. He goes, he didn't say anything. He just said that and left it. And I was like, that's just hilarious. I love that people call Frank that.
There's a video of him. We're playing Stoke away, and there's a video of him in the corner, and he was warming up. And as he was warming up, you can hear him they were videoing it, and they were just abusing him, just saying, you know, you fat this, you fat that, you fat. And he's just grinning and he's stretching and whatever. And he's looked to his right, and we've scored. And as we've scored, he's looked at him and he's gone, bye bye.
Yeah, exactly. that's when these players are at their absolute best. Do you know what's interesting? Right? I see Rashford pick the ball up there and he goes for a dribble and he doesn't complete the dribble and he loses it. I know, like Rashford hates it. Goes, see, I told you he's rubbish. Neymar gets the ball, goes for a dribble, gets tackled by the first man. It's like I don't think people realise that most attacking footballers don't complete most of it. Like I'd say 50-60% maximum of their dribbles they complete. But yet everyone's got this sort of weird view that you should be completing all of them.
Nice. It's crap.
Rashford's in here. Go on, Rashford. Oh, silly boy. Oh, silly boy, Rashford. He tried to be unselfish and play the ball to Martial. It's an awful pass. Oh, that's silly, Rashford. That is silly. Rashford there, shockingly poor.
Come on, Jorginho, man. You're meant to be the dictator and you keep losing the ball, mate.
Oh, wow. What a save, De Gea. Mbappe there just sat down McTominay and AWB.
Did he? What a pace. Come on. One thing I've noticed already with us, we've upped our game. The tempo's quicker. Pulisic is in the box. Oh, corner. Chelsea. See, we've come out and we look like a completely different team now. We're moving the ball a lot quicker. Chilwell's overlapping Pulisic. Like, you know, we look a lot more on it now. Nice look. And Pulisic is on the left. Just leave him there now.
Sometimes their clearances is just not clean enough. But Mbappe,
Chilwell whips the ball in.
Good there.
Zuma with a free header. Oh, straight at the goalie. Fuck it. Should be doing better than that.
They're always so annoying them, aren't they?
It's a free header, Terry. Literally, he's got no man. He's actually struck the man off, and he's sort of got a yard, and he's still a free header to me because he's got to do better than that. He said it's straight at the goalie. Come on, mate.
What a save that was by De Gea. Like Mbappe's skill there, the way he got past AWB and McTominay so easily, but De Gea there with another great save. He's had 3 tonight.
Beautiful Thiago Silva.
3 tonight. When De Gea plays like this, he's the best in the world. When he plays like this,
that's
he's
it.
The best.
Come on. Pulisic is on the drive. In the box. Come on, Werner. Oh, he's giving it to Chilwell on the left. Chilwell plays Pulisic in. Come on. Cross it then. Cross it.
There we go.
It's a good ball, but there's no one in the box. See, this is where Havertz has got to get in there.
I always thought, I said to you at half time, you guys are going to have this little thing at the beginning of the first half.
You did say it.
Normally what happens. Normally what happens. Against Sevilla, in terms when I was reviewing them as a team, and you look at the sort of when they concede a lot of shots, when they concede a lot of opportunities against them, very regularly against teams of equal size and bigger, it's first 10-15 minutes in that second half. That's when you got to score against them. If you don't, there can be some problems. Rashford's missed opportunity. Oh, I'm so annoyed with him, but I need to get past that.
So it's a Chelsea corner, second corner. I think it's our second corner of the game. Right. Come on, good ball in, Chilwell.
They're looking really good at the minute, Paris Saint-Germain. It's lovely by Fred.
Come on.
Oh, that's lovely. Martial's got this. Well done.
Zuma again. Oh.
It's going to be a corner.
He's going to get... Oh, as usual, falling on the floor, holding his face.
Do you know, I've always looked at this as being a referee, right? I'm not one, so maybe if I was, I'd think about things differently. When like even when a player gets slapped like that and they fall down holding their face, I'd send the guy off because it's offence, but I would still book them for simulation. I'm like, bruv, my daughter and like son do that to each other and they don't cry. What are you rolling around for? Like someone sparked your plugs, bruv.
As he fell over though, they're showing the replay and I'm trying to see why he hasn't even touched him. He's literally, Zuma's jumped in the air and he's gone under Zuma's arm. Zuma's won the header and he's just fell on the floor. Nothing's even touched him. Actually, I'll take that back. He's got a scratch
This
under his
game
eye.
is opening up now so much. Really opening up.
I mean, Zuma must have some sharp nails, because I tell you, wow. That's funny.
Right, let's play United.
I think Zuma might be Wolverine. He's jumped in the air, right? And as he's jumped in the air, the defender's sort of trying to lean into him to like knock him off board.
Yeah.
And his arm's nowhere near his head, but his hand's gone like that in front of his face. The guy's got a line. He's got a cut under his eye. Like, his hand was nowhere near it, so he must have long nails.
Go on, Rashford. Have a go at him, Rashford. Have a go at him this time. That's nice. AWB. Oh, that's good football. It's well cleared there by Paris Saint-Germain.
Come on.
Lovely, Fred.
That's
What a
it.
tackle.
That's it. They're shook now. They're giving the
ball away a lot. That's what happened. If you can
yeah,
get them,
they're
if you can
giving
get,
the ball away, and they just kicked it out for our throw-in as well. So
you guys just need to capitalise on it. That's the only thing you need to do. It's what Man United didn't do in the Europa League against them. We did all this, had them on the ropes, and then we just didn't go for the kill.
Just didn't for the kill, yeah.
Yeah.
Go on, Pulisic, bring it down. Chill well. Keep it in. Ah.
Oh, chase it down. Well done there.
Take him off. That's it.
Win this now. Win this ball.
Come on, Pulisic, drive. So good at it as well.
Kimpembe playing right off from the back.
Havertz, Kante, that's much better. Quick, Havertz is in the box. Oh, unlucky. Oh, Mount has won it at the edge of the box.
The thing is in this game, right, as well, I would say so far, Mbappe just then made an amazing run on the left-hand side. With his speed, he's in. And no one's trying to even play the passes to him. Like, they're not playing confidently right now, Paris Saint-Germain. Problem I've got with United is we need to capitalise on that. And there's been 2 or 3 opportunities to do that so far in the second half. And we're just, that final ball.
I don't know what, but Seville have literally done the opposite of what they're doing in the first half. They've actually took a step back and they're kind of just sitting rather than actually pressing us now. So I don't know whether it's because we're actually moving the ball quicker and we're starting to open up spaces.
Well, that's what we did against them.
Yeah.
What you just need to do, though, is it's when you play that kind of football, it's tiring because the intensity is high. That's why you need to capitalise. Otherwise, if they're still in the game at the end of it, that's nice football by Paris Saint-Germain. Final ball was good there by Mbappe, but a great clearance from Victor Lindelof. He's in the right place.
Reece James. There's no one in the box, man. Oh, it's frustrating.
Oh, that's a good ball.
Mount, be careful. That's it. You got a yellow card.
Oh, they just hit the crossbar.
Have they? Who was it?
What a tackle, AWB up against Mbappe, bruv. Oh.
All I keep hearing is AWB.
They hit a cross in, right? And the cross was like scuffed. It hit the cross, but you know one of them crosses it almost goes in. Corner here. Got to defend this.
The thing with AWB for me is he's
Man United own goal 1-1. Anthony Martial.
Own goal.
Yeah. And it was an easy clearance as well. That's shocking.
Not only has he just got himself sent off against Spurs, he's gone and given an own goal now. Like, come on, guys. Was it his fault though? Did he stick a leg out, head?
No, it's from a corner. It's an awful header. Oh, it's awful.
Oh no, Martial. Oh, we're in trouble here. They're in the box, Sevilla. Well done. That's goal kick. Yes, well done. Goal kick. Well done, Ben Chilwell. That's annoying. My 1-0's gone out the window. Let me know.
Well, it's. I can handle a mistake. That's beyond the mistake. That is just like that was like legitimately criminal. Legitimately criminal.
Timo Werner's having a tough time up there at the moment.
Oh, Bruno's giving it away. They're in here. Moise Keane. Oh, we've got to regroup. Jerome here, the super chat says, Martial, what a goal. It's so annoying, man. I mean, they were playing good football, but still, there's no excuse for that.
Wrong goal, bro. Wrong goal. What's he doing?
I just went and had a look at all the Ollie outers. They're like, oh, it's really terrible. Shouldn't be closing your eyes. Come on, big man. You can get through this, Martial. I guess back him. Back all your players when they make mistakes. You melt.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, that ain't Ollie's fault, is it? How can he stop someone from scoring an own goal? That's the player's fault. Werner with a shot. Oh, good save. Better though.
There's no defending it for me. For that, at this level, you put your head through it, you get it out. Mbappe's in. Oh, AWB again. Brilliant.
What have PSG done differently this half that they weren't doing the first?
They weren't doing much until that goal, but they've got a spring in their step now.
Yeah. Come on, Timo. Sevilla got a penalty about 40 yards outside our box.
Oh, that's annoyed me.
Rakitic is taking it. Come on, get rid of this.
See, this is where I now want to see Ollie look at this in the next 5-10 minutes and think, actually, do I need to make a substitution now? We had the lead. We're just
change it.
Stopping them. Like an individual moment of, there we go, opportunity. Oh, wrong pass, Bruno, but Rashford's got the pace. He's in! Oh, Rashford, shoot!
He seems to be having one of them games at the moment, doesn't he? Is it Paul Pogba time?
Soon.
We need Ziyech.
Rashford's thinking too much in them positions. He's getting that. He should just put his. He went on too long. He was in. That's where you just put your laces through it. Aim for that far corner. Bit of power. Aim for the far corner across the goal. Strike across it. Laces. You can score from that.
Havertz, beautiful, bruv. He's left the midfield. He's through. He's run about 30 yards with the ball here. Come on, we've got to score from this. That was a run. Werner in the box. Cut it back. It's too many touches. Just shoot.
Oh, Martial he scores. Oh, just over. That's better.
Play him. That's it. Go on. Turn. Who's that Mason Mount? Well done. What a ball that was. Come on. Chilwell. Good header, but straight at the goalie. Making a lot more chances now. We're like a different team this second half. Oh, ref. Straight red. Give him a red
Twice
for that.
though, man. Twice it now. Rashford he's overrun it.
They've lost control of the game, Seville, and now they're just fouling constantly. Just got a yellow card. I boot on Werner.
What a ball.
I don't know what Lampard said to him, but they're a different team now. That's handball. I mean, that's harsh, actually. His arm's next to his body. Much better, Chelsea. Come on, 60 minutes. Keep this up. I can see his scoring. Lampard, please take Mason Mount off now. It's 60 minutes. I've had enough. Yes, he heard me, Terry. The camera switched and it's ready. He's coming on. Yes.
Come on now.
Hakim Ziyech is coming on for who is the question. Please do not you dare. If he takes Pulisic off.
Oh, that's poor.
No, Jorginho, don't do Saint stupid. Oh, no. We're in trouble here. We are in trouble. Kante, stand him up, stand him up. That's it.
All right, let's go now. Let's go now, United. We've gone back.
Don't let him
well.
back in the game.
How's your game going, mate?
Well, you've probably heard me. We've had a lot more ball in. We've been more dominating this half. We've had the ball more than them. They've just the last couple of minutes started putting their foot on the ball again and started playing around, and we're letting them.
That's you're now that you had that 15-minute period, like I said.
60 minutes. You said it. 60 minutes as well. Yeah, so 15-minute period. But Hakim Ziyech is about to arrive, and he's coming on for. Please, Mason Mount. Please, I'm praying. Yeah, Mason Mount. So now we're going to see Hakim Ziyech on the right, Christian Pulisic on the left. And now we've got our strongest team out on paper.
Yeah, this game, this Paris Saint-Germain United game could go any way now. I'm just disappointed with a few things. Martial's own goal, criminal. You can't defend it. It's not even unlucky. His head's like the goal's here this side, and his head's facing this way to make a clearance. Like you ain't got to be you just turn your head the other way and head it, and it goes away. But then Rashford's had 2 golden opportunities to either find the right pass or shoot, and he's done neither. He's overthought, and that's Rashford's weakness. It's actually the same as Pogba's. When Pogba has too much time on the ball, he's a worse player after time. Just instinctual, especially as an attacker.
See,
hit it.
That's the difference there with Mendy. That is the difference, and why Kepa shouldn't be in the goal. Oh, 1 second, they've got a break here. Well done, Thiago Silva. They've knocked the ball over the top, and Zuma's gone to chest it back to the goalie. But the chest, it's just the ball's moving too slow. He wouldn't have been able to get it. So Mendy shouted at Zuma and said, "Get it away." Now, if that was Kepa, he would have said nothing, and there'd been big confusion. And we probably would have either given a penalty away, or they probably would have scored. I prefer that. He's controlling his area.
Going to be a corner here. They're laying some gloves on United now as well. This is it's really. I mean, I wish I wasn't a Man United fan because the United game's entertaining as hell. I just can't. I just can't sit still now. I don't even want to. Like, if I was not doing a watch along, I'd be like, just turn the sound down, put my head down. I'm just nervous, bruv. I hate this. I hate this, bruv.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
literally one of the worst feelings you can go through.
The worst game that I've ever watched where I felt like that was when we played Barcelona with 10 men when John Terry needs Sanchez in the back.
Oh, I bet.
And we went through with the Torres goal. That was disgusting. Heart palpitations.
They're also but they're also those games, aren't they, where like sometimes United, it's like when we went 3 and 4-1 down to Tottenham. I was doing a watch along, so I've got to watch it. Like you make a commitment to the viewers. But there's this part of me that's like, I want to turn it off and go away. But then you always have in the back of your mind when you're a top team, but what if I turn it off and we came back? What if... Yeah, imagine you're a West Ham fan and you switched off on Sunday and, I don't know, went and mowed the lawn, went out for a draw, whatever you went and do, and then you turn it on. Imagine missing it. That's Paul Pogba's coming on now. 65 minutes, like I said, and we're still in this game.
Mateo Kovacic, good. That is a good substitution.
For who?
I can only assume Jorginho. Yep, Jorginho. Yellow card, didn't he? He's on a yellow card, so that's sensible. And that, I think, is... Kante's got the armband. Kante's
got the armband.
Yeah.
See, this is the thing. He's not allowed captain, a passionate captain. But he's a lead by example captain. He'll be in his right position every time. Won't stop working. And he's so respected, Kante, by everyone in football. That's a lovely ball by Maria. Oh, the back heel. Oh, they're going to score here. Oh, the defending there from Lindelof was amazing. Let's go now.
Reece James, you could have headed it onto him then.
Here we
Come
go.
on, Kovacic.
Bruno. Come on. What a pass! Oh, no, it's not a good pass. I thought, you know when you first see a ball hit, you think it's going to curl, and it didn't curl. That didn't curl. Didn't curl. The Pogba substitution, and it isn't Pogba, it's make or break. It's either going to make us better when we win the ball back in our transition, or we're going to lose something from the tenacious way we're playing. I'm so nervous about it, but excited at the same time.
Yeah. Well, Reece James has done very royal in the corner, and then he's given a corner away. So Seville got a blooming corner. Great.
Oh, AWB again. What a tackle.
I hate that, right? They win the ball back in the corner, now clear it. But what do? They start putting their body around it to try and get fouled and then end up giving a corner away.
Monster says, Herrera at it again. No one touched him. It's Alex Telles who's coming on.
Come on, Mendy. Dominate that corner.
I think Telles coming off is interesting. I mean, I'm not surprised. You know, it's his first game in the Man United kit. Tired legs. He's got a lot of football to come this season. Let's go, Pogba. Let's go, mate. Come on, mate.
What's happened to Kai Havertz? He's just collapsed on the floor. Oh, he's took a ball in the face. Come on, kid. Yeah. Take it on the chin. Another corner for Seville. 66 minutes.
I mean, what's great, though, they haven't had a shot in your second half.
No, but they've got a corner now, and this is what worries me because we are not good at these. I'm just hoping Mendy controls his box. Let's go.
Go on, Pogba. Look, it's straight away involved.
Oh, he's going to do it his first time on the volley. Oh, my God.
Oh, Bruno shouldn't have shot there. That was greedy, Bruno. That was greedy there.
Close. So they've literally dinked this corner to the edge of the box, and he's caught it on the volley. But when I say he's caught it like Lanzini caught it. And it's just literally just hit the, it's not hit the bar, it's like hit the top of the bar. Seville nearly scored.
Do you know what it is? I am listening to you. I'm just finding it hard to concentrate on anything right now.
Yeah,
it's mad. That's why someone said to me the other day, you're a really good commentator, be a commentator. One, I'm not. I could never do a professional commentator's job. And I could never do one on Man United because I could never concentrate. I'd stop. Sometimes I find myself sitting there going, I haven't spoke for about 5 minutes because I'm so nervous. That's nice. That's a nice touch, Rashford. Bring it down. Go on now, Martial. Make up for it.
Zuma, don't.
Shoot Pogba.
That's it. Go on, Kovacic. My guy. Drive. That's what we've missed. That. Go on, Werner. That's you. Pace. He's in the box.
That was well held up there by Swansea, man. That's good.
That
Manchester United Football Club.
That's much better, Kovacic. See, Kovacic gives us something different because when he gets the ball, he drives. And opens up the game even more. That's it. Can't they turn? Come on. Go on, Ziyech.
Oh, that's lovely football. Oh, Rashford's juice. What a save, keeper. Oh, what a save. See, that's Rashford. He got it at his feet and just shot.
Is it one of them ones at the edge of the box where he likes trying to get
across the goal? It's a good
corner.
save in the end. Yeah. And everything he did there, Rashford, his first touch, he went to shoot and then he got closed down, took another touch and then shot. It was just, I'm going to shoot. The other 2 times he's gone through, he's thought about it too much, taken too many touches. Yeah. Much better. Come on now.
Play him. Right, Timo Werner over the top. It's too far for him. Even Timo Werner ain't going to get that. Play him now.
That's lovely, United. Well done. Do you know what? The Pogba, you can see we've gone instantly more attacking now Pogba's come on. And I say go for it. Like, we've got a better midfield than them. So go for them.
You definitely have on that.
I don't mind losing if we're trying to attack them.
It's a big 20 minutes for both of us, I think, now, isn't it? Yous and us. Come on.
If we just sat back the whole time and then conceded late on, that would have made me angry. It's lovely, Bruno. He's in the box. Oh.
Come on.
Pogba.
Stand him up, Reece James. Stand him up. Don't phone.
Bruno was offside there. Unlucky, Paul. Unlucky, Paul.
Corner. Oh, my. No, yeah, it was a goal kick. Yeah, it is with
Lovely
Kai
again.
Havertz. I see so much
Oh,
talent in the boy.
McTominay! Sorry, mate. He overhit the pass. Sorry, go on,
Did
mate.
he? No, just saying with Kai Havertz, I see so much talent in him. Even when he's on the ball, it's the way he moves and he runs around people. He's what's the word? I can't even find it. Elegant is the word. He's elegant with the ball.
Yeah, he is elegant. They call that cultured, like a cultured footballer. By the way, Man United gone 4-3-3. Paul Pogba on the left-hand side of the midfield three.
So what's your midfield now? Pogba, Bruno. Is Bruno still on?
No, yeah, Pogba's gone. So it's hang on a sec. Bruno at the edge of the box. Yes. So it's McTominay, Fred, Pogba in the middle. Pogba on the left-hand side of the three, and it's like Bruno's playing as a number, sort of a false nine with Martial and Rashford either side of him. So he's definitely gone 4-3-3, but Pogba's playing in that position that everyone's been begging for him to be in as well. And we've been good. Obviously, I'm a bit more nervous because now we're more open to them. That's not a foul, referee.
We've kind of done what you said, where we had the 15 minutes of you heard me on the blooming, and now oh, come on. Now we seem to have lost control of the game a bit. Just let that go, Mendy. This game's got one goal in it, I think. Feel it.
Kicked out.
Away. What's he doing? What's he checking?
Yeah, they keep saying, the commentators here keep saying, like, Paris Saint-Germain have been disappointing. But I think it's so disrespectful to how well Man United have played.
Man United have played.
You get what I mean?
If it was for Martial, you'd be blimmin' winning right now.
Exactly. That's the thing. Like, I think it's very disrespectful to say Paris Saint-Germain better. United have been excellent. And look, there's been individual mistakes, like the own goal. Twice now, I think Rashford should have shot or played a better pass through. There's even been some times where you've seen, like, Bruno shoot when he should have passed it out. There's been individual mistakes. Oh, shit. That excellent Tuanzebe. Tuanzebe has to be starting for Man United now at the back every damn game. So good.
And this is why it didn't surprise me with Man United putting in this performance, because I've seen it before, and everyone was saying, "Oh, they're going to lose, they're going to this."
But what I'm really impressed with, and there's still 20 minutes to go when you put the added time into this, but the way we've performed since the substitution, we're going at them, and I haven't seen this in a Champions League game.
Oh my God, Zuma, what have you done?
What's he done?
He's just lost the ball. Mendy's passing the ball, and it's just gone under his foot, and we've recovered it just about. Kovacic has won it back. Blimmin' hell. So this is a problem with Zuma. He can potentially be good, but he just got the habit of always making mistakes like that.
Yeah, hang on, it's this bloody corner from them. Edge of the box stuff. Rashford clears it. But yeah, it's one of the first times in years I've seen us play a Champions League game where we weren't the aggressors in the game to begin with. They were. There's no doubt the way we set up, we play counter. But we've made a substitution where we've become more aggressive and we're actually having a lot of the ball. We're playing a lot. We're doing a lot of the work. Luke, this is the problem, though. Luke Shaw's gone down bloody injured.
Has he? Stop going backwards. You're inviting pressure, man. We've lost control of this game. Come, Indy. Well done.
I think Luke Shaw's okay. Fingers crossed he's going to be okay because he's actually had a really... I always like to give credit where credit is due, and he's had a really good game so far. Luke Shaw has. Get there, bro. Just didn't quite have the pace. That's lovely, Bruno. Captain Bruno. Captain Bruno there. Hit the like button, please, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, we're going to go live as soon as these games are done on the Football Terrace for the match reaction show. Make sure you're tuning in. All the crew will be there. Make sure you're tuning in as soon as the game finishes. Want to see thousands of you there. But hit this like button. Hit the share button as well. 0-0 Chelsea versus Sevilla. 1-1 Paris Saint-Germain, Man United. Anybody's game in both. Could literally go any way. Both games.
Well done, Pulisic. That's the kind of it. Come on, shut him.
It's lovely, Martial.
Come on, middle. Move, turn. That's it. Come on, Ziyech. Ziyech is inside the box. He whips a beautiful ball. It's too... it's gone over everyone's head for a goal kick.
Oh, he's going to foul the other way. It's lovely football there by Martial and Pogba. Almost open Paris Saint-Germain up. Man, we're going toe-to-toe with Paris Saint-Germain, you know. Champions League.
Do you know what,
Finalists.
Terry? I'm not... This Seville team's actually not bad. I know we've not thingied, but they're actually quite good.
Sevilla. Mate, this is the thing. When Sevilla beat Man United, it's always... Because they're not one of the royalty of European football. Everyone kind of laughs. But in real terms, like, they are a really good team. And
they're tough. They're tough.
They're hard to break down. They're hard to beat.
Yeah.
They're a very difficult side. Very difficult side.
With the quality we've got on that pitch now, they should be doing more. There's no excuses about that.
Yeah, but I think what your team's got an issue with, and everyone it's just time to gel together.
Gel. Yeah, I get that.
Oh, Fred, brilliant. Oh, go on, Mark. Go on, Rash. Oh, well, lovely from Rashford. Bruno shoots, just goes wide. Oh, that was close. That was great football as well. The way Neymar lost the ball in the way Neymar lost the ball there in the middle was criminal. Right, I've got to run to the bathroom, bro. I'll be back in a sec.
Go on. Come on, Kovacic, drive. Onto Pulisic. Man. Come on, people. Guys, what do you think about this game so far? Do you think... I'm talking about the Chelsea game, not the PSG game. What do you think we could be doing a bit better? And what do you think...
on the counter?
Do you think the outcome's going to be?
Oh! Rashford! Oh, it's saved! Oh, have we not... So frustrating. Oh, we could have beaten them tonight.
What's that? What's he doing? Diving on the floor like that? Pathetic. I've got a feeling he needs to freshen it up a bit. Maybe just throw Abraham on or someone like that, or Hudson-Odoi.
Yeah, what I'm going to say to this, I've just tweeted out there. If we don't win tonight, I'm actually going to feel sick as a Man United fan. And one of the biggest reasons I feel sick is that we've bossed Champions League finalists at the home ground. But Bruno, lovely. Like Rashford, Martial and Bruno, all of them. And I know everyone's going to focus on Rashford because he's English and he's a hate figure. But they've all been really wasteful in good positions tonight. They really have. It's annoying. A super chat here from Tom says United have played brilliantly and Tuanzebe needs to start next to Maguire. Completely agree.
I agree.
If Tuanzebe can
I mean, I
stay
ain't
fit,
seen it, but I heard it.
mate, he's been excellent tonight. But it's 10 minutes to go. We've got to see this game out. I'll be upset if we don't win. I'll be distraught if we lose. We do not deserve to lose tonight. But football doesn't always give you what you want and deserve.
No.
And our performance
Especially on
has been
Champions
brilliant.
League, especially on Champions League nights.
Yeah.
Would I be disappointed with a draw from what I've seen? Probably not. Do I expect us to be winning this game? Yeah, but like
that's you know, it's about
Yeah.
that's performance versus outcome. They're in here.
Yeah.
Not a good enough cross. But this game can go either way right now. Oh, that's rubbish. There we go. Oh, thank you for the super chats, people. But I will feel legit sick.
See, people were going to say about Chelsea, they drew with Seville, but Christian Pulisic and Ziyech they've just come back. They've not had no pre-season. They've been injured for a long time. This is their second game. You know what I mean? Like, yes, we haven't played. We've played okay, but we haven't played amazing. And yes, they're all playing. But like you said, they need time. They need to get match fit. They need time to play with each other, understand each other. This is why people need to just calm down. It's our first Champions League game.
Fred's been the best player on the pitch tonight, though. Anyone can win this game, man. It's mad. Go on, Martial, now. Oh, both teams, it's like last-ditch tackles or final balls not quite coming off. It's mad.
It sounds like you guys are going to score, though.
No, do you know what? They nearly scored then. Like, either team can win this game now. It's becoming end-to-end. It's like a tennis match. And we need to be more clinical.
We just need something to fall for us. Nothing's falling for us. Every ball's just not falling for us.
No, I hate when that happens.
Like every ball, like it's weird.
7 minutes left on the clock, people.
Mendy's got to stop hoofing out with the pitch. We keep losing it. Oh, it's just painful now. Well done, Thiago Silva. What a header that was. He's been awesome. At him, he's been so good at the back. And please don't tell me you're injured.
So we were on a counter-attack there. Danilo had to pull down Fred.
Oh,
but
no.
I still look at Fred there. Fred should have released the pass to Rashford earlier and we'd have been in. Having said that, I've lost confidence in Martial and Rashford tonight. But you know what? I think this game's got in it. And it'll be either Paris Saint-Germain or United. It's going to happen. One of the stars is going to bang in a winner. It's going to be Neymar, Mbappe, Rashford, Martial, Pogba. It's going to be one of those types of players that are going to bang in a winner tonight. But one thing I'd say is all of our forward guys, and I'd even put Bruno into this category, all just lack the clinical edge. Final pass or the finish tonight. If that was just that little bit better tonight, we'd have run away with this game. And that's what's so annoying about it. If that was better, we'd have run away with it.
Yeah, I hear that.
Go on,
Thiago Silva's he's won a very good header at the back post. As he's come down, he's landed funny on his left leg, and I don't know if he's got a dead leg or if he's holding his groin at the moment. So not what we need because he's been very good
No one
tonight.
in the bloody box.
It can't be going up
Lovely
against
Scotty.
you with blimmin'
Go on, Pogba.
Christensen.
Shoot, bro. Shoot! All right, they go for a corner. That's nice. Well done, Pogs. Well done, Poggers. Come on now, boys. He's been... Do you know what I said about Paul Pogba has been excellent since he's come on. Excellent. They're making 2 more substitutions themselves now. See, that's one thing I don't think we've done enough of. I think we should have made another substitution by now. But the balance is so fine. He never takes off Bruno, but I'd actually probably look at taking off... I don't know who, though, because the system's working. But I look at it, not Dan James, but I'd probably look at it like someone like a Donny. Donny could come on and do a little bit here, you know. But, look,
Donny.
I just don't... Man, my mind's changed on this game. I want to win this game now. We've been so good tonight.
We've lost control of the game. unfortunately.
Has it gone
We
the other
were
way?
dominating up to 60, 65 minutes, and since that, we've just gone off par.
Oh, they made an interesting decision here. They made two substitutions during the defensive corner. They always say that's a no-no. Bruno crosses. Deep.
Come on, Reece James, push up. That's
That
it.
looked like a
Come on, that's what we
foul.
should be doing. Push him up.
That looked like a foul there. Every corner, though, we've causing problems with. That's what's annoying. It's like so often we've causing problems and nothing's quite come off.
Oh no, Bambi's coming on. Why would you?
It's lovely. Through
Play
the
him.
lines there by Scotty.
That's it. Oh.
Play back to Bruno. That's fine. If we've got the ball, they can't score.
This Sevilla team is so fit. They just don't stop running.
Lovely, Rashford. Go on, Rashford! Yeah, Rashford! My boy, my star boy, Rashford! Oh, he does it! He does it in Paris! With love. Yeah, I don't care, I can't speak. Rashi there with the moment. I told you a big boy player was stepping up, and it's my guy, the heart of England, Sir Marcus Rashford. Oh, yes, and the assist there from my guy, Paul Pogba. Rashi! Brother! Yes! Yes!
That's what we're saying.
Oh, there he is. Boy wonder. Oh.
That is disgusting. How are they not giving us a free kick for that? Oh, twice. They've two-footed him. Well, how long you got left? 4 minutes?
A few minutes. Come on now, boys. Now make them substitutions. Defensive ones. Here we have Donny van der Beek coming on for Bruno. Dan James on for Martial. We made those subs now. Everyone get into your zones. Everyone get into your positions. We deserve this. Excellent. Let's go, United. And what a shot. And that was the hardest shot Rashford's had all night.
What was it? What was it? Just like in the box? What happened?
Clutch, brother. Pogba passed it to him in the edge of the box. He just drops his shoulder, one touch out, bang. You know what I said about putting laces to the opposite far corner? That's what he did, and he buried it. 2 minutes of normal time plus added time to go. No sillies. No sillies, Manchester United Football Club. No sillies here. And Pogba's
if you blooming win this, I'm the only one that said it. You know that. I said it from day dot. I said you were going to win.
Oh, Neymar had a great shot just wide.
Oh, come on, man. We've just gone down par. That's it, Kovacic. Better. Come on, man. Go on, Werner. Drive. Leave it. That's fine. Go on, Ziyech. What a ball that is. Oh, it's Werner, man. She's been poor today. He's well deserved by the far better team, I'd say.
Here we go. 1 minute of time to go. Oh, that's poor Rashford. She's not giving it away there. We need to just get this ball under possession now. No, see, that's silly, Fred. Just get the ball under possession. That's nice, Scotty. That's done by Pogba. He's standing on the ball trying to be silly. No sillies.
Yeah, he does that too much, doesn't he?
Get the ball
no,
under.
James, what are you doing?
I don't want to see that from you, Pogs. I don't want to see that from you, Poggers. Fred's man of the match. If Fred don't get man of the match today, it's...
He's going to try and get a corner, you know. He's get it, Cov. That's it, better. Come on. Timo Werner's really struggled today. Every time he gets the ball up the pitch, he won't stick with him. Keeps losing it.
Oh, come on now, boys. So deserved. But we need to hold on 3 minutes. I'm going to quote Tony, the trainer from Rocky 4. All your love, all your heart, all your hate. This is your whole life here. It's not quite your whole life, but I love that. Rocky films are the ones, man. Oh, that's lovely. We've got a throw in deep in their half.
Ali. And do you know what? Me, you, and KJ sat here, and we was talking about your next 5 games. And I said to you, what happens if Solskjaer gets results in these next 5 games. And we sat there and we said, well, he should still go. Even if he wins,
Anyone that tells me that Solskjaer doesn't know tactics is a fool now. I'm not saying he's Klopp. I'm not saying he's Pep. But he started with one system. This is the famous example you need to throw back in their faces. Started in one system, changed to a 4-3-3, made the right subs at the right time. I told you, 65 minutes, bring Pogba on if we're in the game. It was perfect. Stop questioning him all the time and shut your mouths a bit now. All of us, including myself. Lovely from Pogba. That's a corner to Manchester United. Paul Pogba. That is a thing of beauty. My friend. My French brother.
Timo Werner's been taken off. 3 minutes left. Tammy Abraham's on. Is there any point?
Timo Morata.
And Christian Pulisic is coming off as well for Hudson-Odoi.
But this is the thing, it's I don't even want to talk. I'm going to have to wait till after the game.
Well, 1 minute. Well, they've got 2 minutes. We've got 2 minutes left.
Do you know what I'm happy for with Rashford as well? It's not just potentially a winning goal, a clutch goal. It's against Paris Saint-Germain away. This isn't like he scored a winner in a game against Young Boys that we should be winning. And we were playing crap.
No, I get that.
You know what I mean? And he did miss chances in the game. But he come up good in the end.
Excuses are going to be, they've not got a strong enough team anyway. You played a weak PSG. They had Mbappe and Neymar in the team, man.
Right, but we've got a PE teacher as our coach, so it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Come on there, United. There's 40 seconds. Tuanzebe's been brilliant today.
The Ollie masterclass.
Tuanzebe, I can't believe Tuanzebe hasn't kicked a ball for 12 months and he's coming against the French champions and Champions League finalists and bossed it like he's Virgil van Dijk, bruv.
That's what it sounds like. Oh, Chilwell, what is that? We've just not been good enough today. I'm going to be honest. We have just not been good enough. There's not much really.
That's
to talk
it.
about
We won.
this game.
Yes.
You won.
Yes, baby. What's the score in yours, mate?
0-0, 2 minutes and 20 seconds. We've got about 30 odd seconds left.
Cool. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have to get over to the other stream now. So everyone we're going to be on the live reaction show in a few moments. Me and Jem will be there with everybody else. Thank you all very much for tuning in as ever. Take care. Goodbye. God bless. And we'll see you in a